Thank you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. Have you subscribed? Yes, you. Have you subscribed? You. Yeah. Before you go, click. It's free. Click. Just that's it. Have you subscribed? You are laughing. Have you subscribed? Have you subscribed? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey, madam. Thank you so much. I can see you. I can see you. We have to get to 100,000 subscribers. By the end of the year, how are we going to do that if you don't subscribe? Yes, you. Yes, you're about to click off. Why? Have you subscribed? It's free. If you don't, ask your son. Ask your daughter. How to? Just one click. Thank you. Thank you. I see you. Aha. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll see you tomorrow. Hello, my people. LEMFI, the International Money Transfer Service, is here to provide you with a simple and efficient money transfer experience with no fees and the best rate in the industry. If you are in the US, UK, and Canada, LEMFI is here to serve you and help you transfer money to over 21 countries. In all ramifications, they are better than their competitors. We at the Dr. Damages Show are happy to partner with them to satisfy your needs. To that end, anyone who signs up with them using the referral code DOCTOR will get $30 cash back the first time you send $100 or more. From now until July 10th, 2024, LEMFI will enter your name into a raffle draw where you can win an iPhone, Apple Watch, MacBook, gift cards, and others. For an icing on the cake, the first 20 people to use Dr. Damages code DOCTOR will get a signed copy of one of his books, This American Life Safe or Chimamanda, The Adventures of Little Mermaid's African Cousin. Hello, my people. LEMFI, the International Money Transfer Service, is here to...
And tonight, this gentleman will be making his network television debut. This is his most recent album right here. It's called Spirit of Love. We're very pleased to welcome Majek Feshek.
Unite, we will be free. So long, too long, so long, too long. We've been sitting down so long. We've been fooling around for too long. We've been sitting down for so long. I have not been fooling around for too long, so long. Long time ago, when we used to live like prince and princess. Remember the pyramid of Egypt, when we used to live like prince and princess. Remember Marcus Garvey, who are the dream for New America. Oh, I remember Martin Luther King, who are the dream for New America. They say you are black, they say you are brown, they say you are black, they say you are brown. Only the angels of Jah is white now. Only the angels of God is white. So long, too long, so long, too long. We've been sitting down so long. We've been a fool around for too long. Arise from your sleep, Africa. sleep, America. There's work to be done, Africa. So much work to be done, America. But if we unite, hey, we will be free so long, too long, so long, too long. Pressing the down for so long.
In a strand, the people's power slips from their hand.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on your geographical location. This is an impromptu, unscheduled broadcast, and even though it's scheduled, but it's a scheduled broadcast. As you can see on the screen there, this broadcast serves as a public acknowledgement of the selfless service of RUDOLF OKONKWO towards Nigerians' betterment in respect to his broadcast journalism and everything. So it is dedicated to him. I don't know him in person. I've never met him in person, and there's every likelihood that I will never ever meet him in person. And truth be told, no man can ever love another man's things like the person himself. However, it's an opportunity to highlight its selfless service in respect to this platform, which he has left and for us to use to hear our voice, our opinion, our views. Like I said, broadcasting is against normal protocol for me, but I felt led that I have to do this today. And I shout out to him wherever he is. And hopefully he's listening, and hopefully he will understand that he is appreciated for uh, opening this broadcast and leaving it for us Nigerians. And what is left for us to do is to promote it and ensure that it does not collapse. This will be a legacy to him in many years to come, if whenever he leaves the planet Earth. Be a legacy to many, not just me, to many. So, in this light, it's worth making to understand that this broadcast will go on, this platform will go on. And if it doesn't go on in the form of Dr. Damages, there will be a platform dedicated to you as time goes on. Again, I'm saying a big thank you to you, and thank you for all your hard work that you have put in to see that this platform uh, build a channel where people can voice their views, their opinions, their anger, their whatever it is. But it is all for the betterment and the growth of the great country, Nigeria. So, once again, Rudolf Okonkwo, this broadcast serves as a public acknowledgement of the selfless service of Rudolf Okonkwo towards Nigerians' betterment. And also going forward in any broadcast I will be moderating, the focus will be how we have to unify ourselves, to unify ourselves. We know the problem. We lived in the problem. We've seen the problem. Some of us can sleep, and when they wake us up, we can recite the problem word for word. But what we need now is what? Is how we will unify ourselves, not to micromanage each other, but how we're going to unify and come together. Because as things stand, the country has taken a nosedive. But the difference between the country and aeroplane that takes a nosedive is an aeroplane or a helicopter or anything falling from the sky can be replaced, but the country itself cannot be replaced. And the people will continue to live there. And as long as these divisions continue, uh, progress, success will be far away from us. As you can see, the topic Sowore for President 2027. Can a lone wolf unite Nigeria, a very divisive country as it stands? If it can, then I think it is wise of us for us to pitch our tent with him. If it cannot, also it is wise for us to what? To start to shop around, meaning let's look for that person, identify that individual that can help to unite us together and towards 2027, not 2027. So that is where we are now, and that is the purpose of this broadcast. Again, as I repeat, is dedicated to Rudolf Okonkwo. Every effort he has made to make us come together, to unify us on this platform, sometimes appears to be what? Not to be working. But let's hope as we take this new direction, it will make us come together, have one language, have one voice, with the hope that we can achieve what we want to achieve, a new Nigeria, a country full of resources, a country that shouldn't be where it is today, all in the name of division, all in the name of I am this, I am that, I am for this, I am for that. And in a conversation with an individual, why does America work today? Why does United States, United Kingdom work today? Why does other countries that work so? It's because of the role that the citizens play. They recognize the leader and they know their leader is not doing well. And they come together to say, we need to remove this leader. And they do. They did. And once they did, they replace that leader with another leader because they don't think of themselves only. But that is not the case with us. But we are not here. I'm not here to lay blames or to point accusing finger at each other. No, we will not be doing that. And I will not be doing that. And I will no longer condone that anytime I am moderating. Because going forward, like I said, it's all about how we can unify ourselves. It's very important. Emphasis. How do we bring unity? Can Sowore be able to unite us? I go back to the picture again. Can a lone wolf unite us? He has decided to be on his own, a quality that most people applaud. But how is that possible for a lone person to be able to unite Nigeria? If it's possible, how is he going about it? How will he be able to win the heart of many Nigerians towards him? We know the era of P2B. My personal opinion, unfortunately, that era has gone. That is my personal opinion, because not seeing anything. An opportunity was presented, and I think that opportunity was completely blew away. Again, that is my personal opinion. Will he, P2B, be able to gather people as he did in 2023 to 2024? My personal opinion again, I don't think so. He is a revolutionist. He's been in prison, he's been charged for treason, and he's been released. Again, it doesn't change the fact that he is still what? He is what? He is a lone wolf who choose to go on his own, walk on his own, have his own principles, the principles of accountability. But how can he unite Nigeria? Does he have that ability to unite Nigeria for us to go toward the way we want to go? Like I said, it's a very difficult day for me personally, but I had to do this. I had to come in against all odds. I have to be here. There's going to be issues that we will also tackle in the coming days. Now, when I say issues, I mean issues of unity, unifying us. And I hope that we will come to that point that what that we will be able to see. If he is the one, then, fellow Nigerians, I think it will be wise for us to give him all the necessary support. This is not about tribe. This is not about religion. This is not what about ethnicity. We're talking about if a man can unite this what this division that we have. If we can, then I think it is wise for every one of us to what to go along with him and give him that support. This is not about criticism. We all have our reservation, or some of us, or most of us have our reservations about him. But even with that, if he can pull it off, then again, I repeat, it is wise for us to give him all the necessary support that he needs. I would like to thank those who are watching and those who are joining me in the comment section. Thank you again. This platform acknowledge your support and your being in the comment section. It means a lot to the owner of this platform. So good evening to you, Madam Elizabeth. I like that question. Yeah, comments later. Elizabeth, good evening to you, Elizabeth Martin. Good evening, Madam Luke. Good evening, Easy D. Good evening, Gospawa Keleke. Good evening, also Arinola. You're a new member. Thanks for joining. It's much appreciated. Bolaji Gbeloka, thanks for joining. Tima Jack, also thanks for joining. Also, thank you very much. Tima Jack again, thank you very much. Tayo Lajude, thank you very much for this. I'm going to highlight your comment later on as we go along in this broadcast. But like I said again, this broadcast is dedicated to what? To Rudolf Okonkwo, who have contributed so much and left it for us to be able to see if we can unite. It's not an easy thing for a man to leave his platform for those he doesn't know, those he has not met, and those he may never meet in his lifetime. Like because that is a selfless person. That is someone who is also not selfish. But like I said again, uh, I will not leave. I don't want to leave to see the day that this platform do not operate. So whatever it takes, many a times I have chose to walk away, but I decided today I am not going to walk away, and we will make it survive. And we will use this platform. This platform will be used to help to change the mindset of Nigerians at home and abroad. And I'm going to put the link there later for those who wants to come in and weighing on this topic. So I'll post the link there for those who wants to comment. And you can see what is on the screen here. It's so very difficult to read. It's upside down. I don't know why it's upside down. If anyone out there can tell me why this screen, why this what you're seeing on the screen there is upside down, I will greatly appreciate it. How I can make it work. If anyone out there can just give me direction on how I can turn it around. I mean, how do you call it? Rotate it so that it will be visible for everyone. Visible, no, I mean, it's visible. It will be easier for those in the comment section watching to be able to read. So I just need someone who can tell me what to do to be able to read what is on the screen there properly and not upside down. So please, if you can, again, can this individual pull it off for us? Can he unite Nigeria? That is the question before us. Can a lone wolf unite Nigeria? Divided we fall, united we stand. They said, no man is what? No man is an island. But so far, can his supporters come and convince us that say, yes, it can what? It can unite Nigeria. Can his supporters, can he himself say he can unite this divisive and divided Nigeria? And as long as this division is there, we will not get to that promised land. Honestly speaking, as long as this division is there, we will not get to the promised land. This is not about the current government. Let me tell you. Let me say this to you. It may break your heart. It may break your heart that if we are expecting anything good from current government, as it is in the past, except by miracle, and it will take that miracle, then we are living in a dreamland. Most Nigerians woke up today or yesterday with the pump price being increased from 600 and something. The NNPC's peg it to 800 and something. I've not listened to the details of the news in respect to Dangote, this and that. That makes no difference at the end of the day. It doesn't change the trajectory of things. Will that unify Nigeria? No, no. Thank you very much. I want to appreciate what's your name again? Chuk choose you said do a 180-degree rotation. That is choose it all. Thank you for that. Does anyone agree with choose it all that I should do a 180-degree rotation? You don't have to answer that question. So I'm gonna put it back here. Okay, 180-degree rotation to rotate it. So let's see if so this is 180-degree rotation. That's it. Choose it. But you see, I did not do a 100-degree rotation. I deliberately turn it upside down. I deliberately turn it upside down. And I asked the question. And Chiziho was able to provide the answer to me, telling me to turn it 180 degrees rotation, meaning that we know solutions to our problem, which is you and I have to work together. That is it. That is what I want to create. It. I don't know who Chizi is, possibly in Nigeria, and possibly not from my tribe, and possibly somewhere in Kafansha. But it was able to tell me to turn it 180-degree rotation to solve the problem that I created myself, deliberately created myself. So the citizens' responsibility is for us to come together and solve this problem, not the elites, not the current leadership. Chizi, thank you for that. And I hope you are not upset or offended by the demonstration I did. So 180 degree, that is all we need to turn around and say we want to solve this problem. We want to solve this division among us. 180 degrees. That's all we need. This is part one of this podcast. 180-degree, and the problem was solved. Even though it wasn't a problem, it was something I created to see if we can solve this problem. And lo and behold, someone provided a solution to this problem. A fellow citizen provided a solution to the problem. So that is where we are. So if we can go in this trajectory to understand that what our problems are solvable, they are not beyond unsolvable. The country is not beyond redemption. The country, even though it appears or it seems it has gone nosedive, it can still be rescued completely. And a 180-degree rotation is what you and I need. It's what I need to come to your place to say, listen, let's solve this problem together. It's what you need to come to me to say, electricity, we need to turn this thing 180-degree. Hopefully, we're going to get it right. And if that 180-degree did not get us right, then we go to what 360-degree. That is what that is it. So again, I've tried to again come to the question before us is, does he have the ability to unite a diverse and divided nation towards 2027? If we are waiting for 2027 to come before we start to deal with this issue, then it will not work. That is what we have been doing ever since. We wait for the day of election, whereby the problem is staring at us in our face. So if we can address this problem as it is, does it have that word, that ability? Can a lone wolf? He decided to go on his own. He refused to join, to come together with other parties to form one party. He has his own principle, and this we have to acknowledge and we have to appreciate. But when it comes to a nation as Nigeria, can a lone wolf unite Nigeria? Just as it is here, can I do it alone on this platform? The answer is no. Can Rudolf do it alone on this platform? The answer is absolutely no. So, does he have the ability to unite a divided Nigeria towards what? Towards 2027. The link is there if you want to come in, because we will not be long here today, but I'm just going to light some comments here. Elizabeth, he said, we shouldn't waste our time and money. The only one who could have saved Nigeria was Idiagbon, but he was silent, talking, and statistics cannot help Nigeria. Well, that is your opinion. It is respected. But sometimes opinions also can be dangerous and misleading. Your statement, he is the only one who could have saved Nigeria. A lot of people will disagree with that. The question to you, Elizabeth Martin, if the opportunity is given to you to save Nigeria, will you say the same thing? If today you are made the president by some certain divine intervention, will you say, no, you can't save Nigeria? The only person that can save Nigeria is Idiagbon. Let Nigeria go to blazes. That is the question to you. If you can answer that question, that will be highly appreciated. Madam, look, thank you again. You said you love this song. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining. Greetings to you also, Easy D, as well. To Okeleke, greetings to you. Good evening, and to my Korean commemoration watching from United Kingdom. Thank you very much. Now, you just said it's your fellow comrade. Gospel Okeleke. Do you think he has the ability to unite a devised and divided Nigeria towards 2027? Am I not loud enough? Yeah, please kindly speak a bit up. Difficult to hear you. My apologies, please, Balaji. I think it's the volume, so I'm not in a better space today, but I still have to do this. Please accept my apology. I've increased the volume a bit, and I hope you are hearing me very well now. Thank you very much. Timajek, no, Sowore is too arrogant. He should run for his local government. Okay, that is fair enough. If that is the case, who should we now put up there to say we want to pitch our tent with? Yes, if that is where it should be, local government. So, who in this present time, in times of the presidency, that is a local government. It has its own effect, it's their own power to also starting from the grassroots. You said it's because it's arrogant. Well, if it is arrogant, we need to ask ourselves a question. In what sense is it arrogant? If it's arrogant and it can't fit into the presidency, how is it possible that it can fit in the local government? Because it's the same people it's going to deal with in the local government. So you need to shed more light on that arrogancy of that you claim you just made now. Timo, Elegis, your tongue cast it concerning cloud over waiting. No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I'm highlighting the man's selfless contribution to what? To Nigerian betterment. Okay. And it gave us this platform for us to use. And we're going to use it judiciously because I don't think I'm not running myself here. I can create this sort of thing. So, and also because it's so selfless, he left it for us. He left it for us. What more can a man do to that point? You go to other channels, other YouTube, other platforms. They won't leave it for anyone because they watch it like a hawk. It's their life, it's their dedication, it's their dream, their visions, their baby. So that is why I say this broadcast is dedicated to him. He's doing well. It's okay. So please don't take it out of context. Timajek, thank you a lot for that. And I don't know why you stay. Please bear with me. It's like I said, I am not in a good space, but I need to uh, do this broadcast. It's very important. I'm not scheduled. I'm not supposed to do broadcast till maybe next week, but it is important we put it out there. Going forward, it's about how we have to unify the country, how we have to be unified within ourselves. Those of us in diaspora, and like I said for the record again, any broadcast I'm moderating is all about how we're going to unify the country because that is where we are today. That is the major problem. Who have that ability? If Sowore does not have the ability to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2027, who then is? Or she, who is she? Is it he or is she or is she he? Or is she? I don't know. So we need to know because time is of essence. I know most people have discouraged, have given up, like Martin have given up and said, one should not waste our time. I asked the question to Martin. Martin, if you were put in the hands of affair today, that you made the president of the Republic of Nigeria, would you say the same thing? Would you say you cannot Nigeria cannot be saved? These are the questions I throw back at you. So if you can answer that question, Obi. Yeah. Sowore was the only opportunity. Obi was put there to waste people's time and give false hope. Like I stated earlier, which is my personal opinion, that Obi ship have sailed into the middle of the sea and coming back again. Not with what is going on not with what is going on. I dedicated my platform for him. I voted for him. So I have every right to also weigh in and give him my opinion. That ship have sailed. It's now what? It's merchandising himself, giving speech and everything. That is up to him. Whatever he does with that, that is his own prerogative to do. However, what we are looking for, male, female, it makes no difference. Who is that individual that has the ability to unite a device and divided Nigeria towards 2027. Because if we don't get that, it will be a cycle that continues. If we are waiting to 2027, then it will not work. That is exactly where we are at the moment. Timajek, which candidates do you support? Well, it's not about candidate we support. This is where we have to get in. We need, first of all, to be able to identify that individual that has the ability to unite a device and divided Nigeria towards 2027. Then we cannot talk about supporting. Right now, we don't know. Right now, it's kind of we're in a vacuum. Who is that individual? That is what we need to know. Thank you again. Who is this? Ayola, you say you're watching from Egware North. Good evening. I think that should be Edgeware. Sorry, it's Edgeware. That's in the UK. There. Thank you for joining on this show this evening. Uh, again, thank you again. My opinion is with the career criminal Bola Ahmed Tifton with power. I don't think it's going to be easy to send it back in from Aso Rock. Listen, I did a demonstration earlier. I don't know if you saw it, but I'll do it again. It's just around the corner here. I turned this upside down and I asked who can help me to solve this problem. And Tuesday told me to turn it 180 degree, to rotate it 180 degree. It provided the solution, even though it's something I designed myself. So in saying that and in responding to your opinion is that you don't think it's going to be easy to send it back in from Asoro. If the citizens together in one, if the citizens come together to say we want to move the nation forward, regardless of our reservations, regardless of our affiliation to our tribe, to our religion, to whatever it is, we will be able to do it. Thank you, Odi, for joining. Good evening. Please, I'm going to appreciate one thing. I'm going to appeal one thing that we focus on the topic, solely on the topic, as to who has that ability to unite a diverse and divided Nigeria towards 2027. Before I come to you, I just need to highlight some more comments again, so I'll come to you soon. Tayola just said, Wale, no, Sowore is last opportunity the country has to alter its course from the precipice. Up to Nigerians of good conscience to give him all the support. Anyone else is a waste of time. So that is Tayo Latunji saying Sowore is the last option for Nigeria. I'll be cautioned against never to use the word last option, never only this. No, Nigeria is a big country. The question is, if Sowore falls down and die today, you mean that is the end of the? No, there are still good people in that country, in and out of that country. We just need to identify them and give them the necessary support. But that individual, the quality we are looking for, besides competence, besides accountability, is the ability to be able to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2027. That is the key. That is the skill or the ingredient or the character we're looking for. Yes, competency matters. We cannot dismiss competency. It matters a lot. But beside that competency, does he or she have the ability to unite us, to unite a diverse and divided Nigeria towards 2027? So again, choosing do want to, okay, I think I've taken this before. Thank you. Again, God's power. Sowore needs the support from all well-meaning Nigerians across the globe. It's upright and consistent. I strongly believe he united Nigeria and made the country great. Thank you for that, sir. But remember, it's a lone wolf. Don't ever forget that. Lone wolf can a lone wolf unite us? He has rebuffed every request to join other parties or to come to other parties. So the question is, how will he be able to reach out to those people whom he has whom he has rebuffed previously. Don't forget, these individuals also have party, their leadership, they have their die-hard supporter as well too. Will they tell their supporter to tell Sowore to go to hell and places? That is what we are doing now. Can a lone wolf? If not, let's start shopping around now. In the part of the world that before your insurance expires, you start to shop around, looking for what a better quote at the end of the day. So thank you. I'll come back to this comment later on. Let me hear from Odi. Odi, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Pastor, or should I say, Pastor. And good evening, good day, wherever you are.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, electricity. Well, the audience and people in the comment section. This is the first time I've joined this very early after someone's monologue. When I saw the topic for discussion, my first thought was, who chose this topic? But I think, as you went on your monologue, I now understood the premise behind the whole thing, because I think Sowore represents something for Nigerians. He represents, revolution, right? But at the same time, when we talk about election and bringing people together, Sowore does not represent that. I just want to talk on Sowore. I don't want to move on the topic. Let's go to facts. Sowore was instrumental in bringing the APC into the government, into the Nigerian space. He was. He's denied it. The internet doesn't lie. He was instrumental in bringing Goodluck Jonathan down. I didn't really care about Goodluck Jonathan. I think he had a very corrupt government. But his role can never go out of the mind of Nigerians. And I don't think they're going to just let him go. I think most people don't believe him anyway. But at the same time, in 2019, when he decided to contest for election, he got only 33,000 votes. 33,000 votes. And in 2023, I think he got maybe, is it like 10,000 or something? Less than that. Sowore, whenever we're talking about protests, SUG, then we can talk about revolution, but not election. He can't. Kwankwaso was what you call a lone wolf. He got more than 1 million votes. These are people, when they speak, they are leaders. People really listen to them. People see Sowore as, someone who they can get behind to bring down something that is not working based on the roles that he has played over the years. Can we have a lone wolf? Yeah, you need consultation and agreement in politics. One person, going to answer the question. Sowore, for me, his hands are tainted anyway. And meanwhile, Nigerians, he has tried twice, and his numbers are reducing. If he goes for the election in 2027, it's probably going to get 5,000 votes. We have P2B went, Sowore said the votes were allocated to him. The one that was allocated to P2B was about 6 million or something like that. So we already have figures that we're, talking about, people who folks trust, and when we're talking about election, people like Sowore just find a way to just attack the person that Nigerians have trusted, at least in the last election. When you talk about consultation and discussion, all he says, you're not good, you're not good, you're not good. But he doesn't even look at himself and the role he has played. Says, oh, these guys are thieves, these guys are, just look at his own antecedents and what he has done. So please, really, let's not even talk about Sowore or anything. For me, I don't talk about him. Anybody can. I
Okay,
think
Odi, let me go. Let's go by your arguments. Let's go that you're right. Hypothetically, you're right with your argument. Who then do you think in present day, present time, has that ability to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2027? What do you have in mind? Because it's about who is it. It doesn't have to be a he, or it can be a she as well too. I know political space recognizes the men more than the women, but we can't dismiss the women as well too. What do you think, in your own opinion, that you will say you are putting forward, or you say this is the person?
Oh, it's a very good question. Let's talk about the women. We love our women. Women have led societies very well. We remember, in their interest. But look, our women have shown us very recently that they are not really just the answer to our problems, right? With the minister, Better Edu, and all those people. But everybody is a free space. Everybody will jump in and fight. But going to your question, I think the better question to ask is, how do we even get anybody? Because what you're asking is in utopia, or like where there's a perfect society where the votes count. That's when we can have this discussion. Because Nigeria is where votes do not count. Elections are just whatever the executive arm decide they're going to be. You have a situation in Edo State where one of the candidates, nobody can talk to him, but I just read that he wants everybody to do a drug screen, and somehow that guy is going to be the governor of Edo State one day. And you wonder what is going on, because in normal situation, people like that can't run for election, because you have to talk to people, because if democracy is, what we think it is, you have to talk to people and get people's consensus to govern them, for them to hand over power to you, or you power to you. Look, in the current space we have, I believe that Peter B is someone that many Nigerians trust. I don't think he's a perfect guy. I think already building on what he was able to do within 6 months, because when you're talking about a lone wolf, he was the ultimate lone wolf. Sowore had his party from 2019 to 2000. Peter Obi, within 6 months, created 6 million votes, made governors, made people, from nowhere. But, look, I think we need to also be sincere about what we're asking for and our intentions, really, because, let me just let other people
Yeah,
comment, and then I'll
yeah.
settle down.
I'll come to you, because just have this at the back of your mind, Peter. The AY, welcome. Sorry, I did not ignore you.
Yeah.
Odi,
Uh,
what
sh-
we're talking about is the ability to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards the election, not the election, not the INEC system. That individual that can unite us in this. You can see the internet in the last few days and everything, Nigerians and everything. That's why I say we focus on the topic. I'll come back to you. The AY, before it's yours. On the question you
yeah.
said on the screen there, does Sowore have the ability to unite a device and divided Nigeria towards 2027? And it's always been on its own. And also, if your answer is no, who do you have in mind? What do you think has that ability to unite us? The floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. Yeah. I think it is a very good topic. First of all, Sowore has tried in his own way. To be honest, it's a man I always give credit. Because if you go to history of Sowore, right, especially from with Sarah Reporter, what they did with Sarah Reporters, right? His action brought Goodluck Jonathan himself into power. When Omar Musa Yar'Adua was sick, when they were hiding him somewhere in Saudi Arabia, Sowore did what we call investigative journalism with his team. They enlightened Nigeria what was going on. When the Kaaba refused to swear in Goodluck as anti-president, he was at the forefront. He supported Goodluck. He even said, when Goodluck came into power, he offered him a position. He told him he's not interested, which is good. I mean, he's saying that with confidence. When Goodluck came in, everybody know how Goodluck messed up that country. Goodluck is not different from Buhari. They are not different. Apart from Obasanjo, I give credit, and maybe Yar'Adua that was short-lived, all of that president, to me, till now, they are all garbage. Goodluck Jonathan, he really messed up the country. Then Sowore went after him. Not after him, really. The massive corruption that was going on in his government, he exposed a lot of corruption. If you follow Sarah Reporter, you will know the kind of work Goodluck and his team put in. To be honest, that guy deserves credit. Do I believe he can make a good president? No, I don't. My reasons. I feel he does not have the temperament. Despite he's a man I respect a lot, he's knowledgeable. Knowledgeable in the event going on in Nigeria, the corruption, he really knows Nigeria, to be honest. You give him that, he knows what is going on. But I feel he does not have the temperament. The other thing is, I see him as not very organized in terms of confronting the government, confronting issues, able to build a political party across the country. If you look at people like Julius Malema of EFF, even his deputy, what's his name? They do it very well. Like, they are also young, right? Like, they do it very well. The way they are in opposition, they really form opposition against the government. They fight them legally. They do everything, like, building their party. You give it to them. Even the so-called Peter Obi, we call it, Peter Obi was unable to do that. To be honest, Peter Obi was just lucky to come into a space and was able to speak the language. It's not that he built the party. He didn't build any party. What Peter Obi got,
so
he got.
Let me pause you there. You said Peter Obi speak a language. What language is that was able to bring many Nigerians together at that time? What language is that?
So the language, Peter Obi is smart. So he understands the pain of the youth, especially. He focused on the youth, giving them what they need to hear, what they needed to hear. So the people were really like, okay, this is what we need. For example, he's going to come, make a tough statement. Oh, if you're an Igbo man, if you're an Hausa man, you're going to buy bread the same price. Issue of like production, we got to move from consumption to production. Statement like we got to share according to there is no need going to Abuja every month to share resources, stuff like that. He was really speaking the language. That is, this language, we really motivated the people. Okay, I think this is what we need. But when you look at Peter Obi, it's too slow. It's too nice to be a president of Nigeria. I can't tell you that for free. That was my fear about Peter Obi. Even when I feel he was the best among the three top candidates, my fear, Peter Obi is another Goodluck Jonathan. I can't tell you that. He's too nice. It doesn't seem like a hot a fly to me. Nice guys don't make good leaders. Yeah, you can be nice, but you got to have that tough fire. Okay, let me finish. Sorry. Look at the other part.
The floor is yours. The floor is yours.
Yeah, look at the other part. After the 2023 election, what Peter Obi was supposed to do was supposed to organize the opposition. They look at electoral system, you got to fight to make sure things change. For example, the issue of transmission of electronic transmission of result that said, oh, INEC have the discretion to transmit the result the way they want. You got to fight this kind of thing to make sure the next election, the result must be transmitted. You didn't do any of that. Even the so-called APC that's useless, where APC were in opposition, if you follow their antecedent, they really give heed to PDP. Fighting the electoral system. Okay.
Hold
Yeah.
on 1 second. Going back to the language, that the Hausa man, the Igbo man, wherever it is, buy bread at the same price.
Yes.
That is not a language. That is a fact. Would you agree on
Yeah,
that?
it's a fact. It's a fact.
It's a
Yeah,
fact.
that's
So
what I'm saying.
Selling,
Yeah.
It wasn't selling something.
No, he was speaking fact. Yes.
It was
It's
speaking
a fact. Yeah,
So,
yeah.
okay. Let's
So
acknowledge
people
that.
needed to hear those messages. That's what I'm telling you.
And they need to hear the message
Yes.
because it's a fact. It wasn't a misleading or trying to cajole or trying to buy their conscience or buy their vote. He is stating a fact. Okay. The audience, the panelists. Okay, I'm going to put you backstage. When you see you there, then I'll bring you on. I go to the comment section back again. When they are ready, I'll bring them back in. Timajek, you asked what is Odi. Thank you. You joined back again. Thank you very much. I'll just take some comment and I'll come back to you, Ewa. So I'll take some comment again. Thank you very much. The prophet, what? I don't understand what you're talking to me. Somebody's responding to this question. Electricity. I mean, somebody said, bring Ijabo, please, since we prefer the dead over the living. Chuzi said, Sowore is courageous enough to set free. Said Nigeria, but Nigerians aren't ready to pay the individual prices. Let me go to the last statement he made. I mean, most people may not agree with the first line of statement that courageous is courageous enough, but Nigeria aren't ready to pay the price, individual prices, and that is a fact. But the fact is, let's say, are we ready to pay that price? It's all about unifying. I was reading the Natterson report that says that patriotism is not feeling, but what passive action towards one. I mean, active action towards one's nation. That's what patriotism is all about. So, are we ready to pay the price to get a better nation? That is how other countries work. The citizens get involved in the things that concerns the nation, because at the end of the day, they are the one that what it will affect. Greetings to you. What's your name again? Sake as well too. Sake, you said Nigeria is irredeemable. That is not actually true. Anything is redeemable if we want to redeem it. So anything is redeemable if we want to redeem it. I was just quoting what doubters of Sowore said when some of us mentioned him as an option. It is an option, but the question is, does it have the ability to unite a device and divided Nigeria towards 2027? That is the reason why we're doing this now. What's your name again, Peter? Until we are ready, until then, Sowore qualified more than qualified. I'll take this comment, then I'll come to you, Audi. I choose it. Sowore isn't arrogant at all. When you see a snake inside your home, you have to be a bit aggressive to defeat it and delete it. Audi, the floor is yours. You wanted to say something?
Well, thank you very much. So I think part of your question was for us to identify someone who we thought would be able to do this job and get us out of this quagmire. Am I correct? Electricity.
Correct. Who can unify us? Who can
unify us? Okay.
Yes.
So I discussed Sowore, then I was able to give an answer and call someone. Okay. AY was just here. So, and this is the problem we have as a country. I talked about the.
Oh, we lost it.
Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, okay, I talked about the positive aspects of Sowore and the negative ones, right? We talked about him being a revolutionary and how we see him, his complicity in, bringing APC to power. Everybody may disagree, some don't disagree, will agree with me. But I talked about facts. He got 33,000 votes in 2019. Obi and Atiku got 11 million in that same election. Fast forward 4 years, Obi got 6 million. Atiku got about the same 6 million, 12 million. Sowore got less than. His votes decreased. I talked about facts. What AY did was he didn't name who he think will unify Nigeria. He just said he said so-called Peter Obi. He said he called him slow, said too nice. He took people. He said this. He wouldn't name his own candidate. And this is, let's talk about, if you have someone, bring him out. Stop. This is.
We
this
have a moderator.
discussion.
We have a moderator. You don't have.
Let me
to
finish
ask.
now. This is my turn to talk.
Just
Just be calm. I didn't interrupt you.
Odi, hold on 1 second. Listen, I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this. We have to stop this behavior of continuous interjecting people. We just have to stop it. It doesn't all go well with the platform. It doesn't all go well with me. Minor interjection, you can rebut. There's opportunity to rebut. So let's apply decorum. It's very important. Decorum is very important. The floor is, we have the whole evening here if we have to go more than the scheduled time I planned for. And we also, because the important thing is, if we cannot be unified within ourselves, we don't have that moral ground to say Sowore or any other person can unify. So the floor is yours, please. Go ahead.
Thank you. So, the idea that is you tell someone, name someone who can unify us. The person spends his time to trash one candidate, trash and trash. He said what people wanted to hear. And you even challenged him. He said, oh, what was this thing? Were these things not factual? I thought that's how elections are conducted. You tell people what you want to do. He actually has problem with Obi saying all the good things, hitting all the good points. I just mentioned the guy in Edo State who wouldn't talk to people. And what this my co-debate or co-whatever is saying is that we don't need nice people in as leaders. I think Biden is a very nice guy. People don't want Trump because he's not a very nice guy. Most people agree Obama was a fairly nice guy. I don't want to talk about leaders and be distracted, but the idea that people have deep hatred for other people, and just when they're given an opportunity to give their own point of view, they just take time to be trashing people. This is what frustrates folks. I'll yield.
Can I go?
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Odi. Again, it's we like I said, you can rebuff anybody's viewpoint and disagree with anybody's viewpoint, but we still stay. And I want to thank you, gentlemen, for staying on the topic, because we don't want to do it. Anyway, the floor is yours, please. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. So, see, first of all, I don't have anything against Peter Obi. If I was in Nigeria in 2023 election, I would vote for Peter Obi. Reason be that, in my own assessment, he was the best candidate as a 2023 election. But next election, even if I'm in Nigeria, I don't know. If I still consider him the best with all the candidates, I would vote for him. I don't have anything against him. But despite I have my reservation, my fear about Peter Obi, I always stated it. He was not the only one I talk about. I talk about Sowore. I said, despite I like Sowore, I don't think he will make a good president. That was my statement. I never said anything negative about Peter Obi. Let me finish.
Do you know anyone? Hold on, you finish. Why you stay on that? Do you have anyone in mind? Do you know anyone in present time that have that ability to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2020. I'm not going to remove that thing from the screen so that it keeps us focused.
Okay, that's a very good question, right? So the first thing is not for us to be pointing out and say this is the man that will do it. What we need to do, the electoral system must be changed in such a way that the people vote will count. If we are able to achieve this, trust me, a lot of good candidates will come out. I can tell you that for free. The reason why people are sitting back looking at all this election is because they feel like whatever is the votes don't count anyway. How am I going to get to power? I can define the kind of person I think that can lead the country, but I cannot point at anybody and tell you this is the person I think can lead the country. So if I define the quality I think a Nigerian leader should be today, by the time, if you agree with me, when you see that person, you will know the person. That's what I can do. I can't point at anybody. I can't tell you.
So what you're saying is you don't see anybody at present time that can unite Nigeria. What you say should deal with the electoral, the change in electoral system.
Yes, I will say
and
we focus
in
on
your
that.
opinion, who is gonna do that? Who will do that? If you don't mind me
But that's the job of this opposition, the job of the civil society. They need to fight to make sure this system, the vote of the people will count.
But you just
because we still have a lot of loopholes. Go ahead.
You should just shut yourself like that. So that is the job of the civil society. That is the job of the people. They say. But we say we need a man that will unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2027 that will help us to push these changes that you're just talking about now. You just shot yourself in the leg.
No. Hold on. Let me answer. No.
Okay, go ahead.
Here is it, right? What you want there is no country where things work like that. Political party can come and put pressure on the government to make sure, work with Nigeria to make sure the right thing is done. It's not one person that will come and say, everybody, political party especially, they need to put pressure on the government, put them in check to make sure the electoral system is good before 2027, before they even look for that candidate. Because if we have a system, that is why we still have the problem. They measure a Edo election. What is going on in Edo election, for example, when you look at the candidate, how many people did you see? It's not that Edo have qualified people. They have people that can come out to say, I want to run for an election. But look at the candidates we have, for example. I can tell you for free, the probability that the APC candidate will win the election, even when he's not talking to anybody, is higher than others. I can tell you for free. Forget about sentiment and all that. So we need a system that works. Our system does not work. When we have the people, when we have the electoral system, we make sure like everything is in place. Then we open up the system from primary to get the right person into power. Who is the right person? The person that are able to speak to the people, that have the quality, that have that understand the unity, the diversity of Nigeria, that can come and unite the whole country. That is very, very important. With what I have seen, especially in this social media in the past couple of months, Nigeria need a leader that will look at every local government in Nigeria as its own local government. That is very, very important.
You're back again to what we're discussing, but I'll leave it for Odi if Odi wants to weigh in on what Ewa just said.
I think it's a very narrow topic. So I think we're going to have to scatter around everywhere, and be able to to make it more interesting. I think, or we're just going to be saying the same thing over and over again. Look, let me just land, if you don't mind. So, what I've made my opinion known for a very long time. I don't even believe democracy is the best type of government for Africans, just like if you go to the Middle East, democracy doesn't work. what works in the Middle East, is actually, whether you call it, is some form of dictatorship, right? Um, you and the societies they are working. These guys were coming to UCH in Ibadan, Saudi royal family, for healthcare. Our boys now, the best of us is either they go to United States, to the West, or they go to Saudi to go and serve them. So my point is, look, I try to stay with what we have, the present. What we have is what we have. The system we have, to allude to what my co-panelists have said, is that, which I said earlier, that we need to change the system. I think everybody agrees. But we can't change the system by just wish.
Correct.
It's not going to change. That's why I'm very happy about what happened today, that Labour Party, they were able to go and snatch the Labour Party from Julius Abure. Today, they appointed a new caretaker chairperson. So I thought that, it would be good if maybe we can have that discussion also. Because,
Okay. Hold on one second. You said we should expand the topic. I'm open to suggestion. Okay. Let's go to the Labour Party issue that you just highlighted. But before we start to weigh in it, Labour Party is supposed to be the opposition leader. Opposition party, to check they have their members there. We know what has happened in the past, so we're not going to overflog it. I don't believe in overflogging issues. So I'm not aware of what happened in terms of where they appointed a new leader and Abure has been removed. But the question I'm going to put to you, was this done in accordance to what? To the laws, bylaws of Labour Party and the laws of the land?
Yeah, good question. And this is, Nigeria is a jungle, as we know. There was no way. I think for most people, that I've talked to today, nobody knows for sure. What we know for sure is that the courts have said that, declared that Labour Party has no leadership for now. There's a vacuum because the convention that brought Julius Abure was declared null and void. INEC said we don't know anything about it. And that's where Lamidi Apapa, the last time, where he felt there was a vacuum, was able to enter, but he was kicked out. So, I think in due time we will know. For me, it's not just about Labour Party. I believe that we just needed just one party different from APC, right? Because if you look at PDP, they're like an animal being strangled. I hope this is community standard language. They are being stifled. There's no Wike has taken over the structure of their party. They can't do anything. So if you look at the way Abure has been behaving, it looks like he's been taken over by APC also. Even the NLC chairman, I don't trust that one. But at least if there can be a big tent that can go into Labour Party, be able to, at least they've made a move for the first time, because people like us who have, contributed to Labour Party, supported Labour Party to succeed, we've been frustrated that go ahead and take the party, because then you have to go to court, because if you don't start the journey of 10,000 steps by one step, you're not moving. So they have to go to court, and then usually everything will be decided by, unfortunately in Nigeria, by the court, but it's a caretaker committee, but at least it's a first, opening gambit, and then we'll see how things go.
Thank you very much. I have read the Labour Party constitution, and there's so much errors in that constitution. So it's a long journey for the Labour Party. Like I said again, the Labour Party are supposed to be the opposition party. Peter Obi is supposed to lead the people. or was able, I use the word was able to unify, to bring the people together. But fortunately, it has collapsed as far as I am concerned. Anyway, the floor is yours in respect to what Odi just said. I like that. Anyway, if you need to attend to your child, please. The child comes first, please. Thank you very much. Odi, back to you again. So we're coming
So
back.
no, I see.
Right.
I see what you're saying. Sorry to interrupt. About the Labour Party constitution. I've not read the constitution. I gotta be honest, but I've listened to people discuss the constitution in details, and I think it was not. What people even call constitution in Nigeria, even if you go to the student union organization, everybody has constitution and people override it and do whatever they want, and it's just who the courts approve. Nigeria, we're still like taking baby steps. It's really a shame what's happening in Labour Party, and that's why I'm not sure anybody can predict how the story ends. But what we know for sure is what I believe is that there's a vacuum. The question is, I don't think their constitution envisaged such a vacuum, and what to do next. So I think it's just going to be free for all fight, get there, then the court will help them write the constitution or set a precedence, and then they will adopt it. That's my thought. And if anybody has a better thought, look, I'm happy to have that discussion.
So
Give me one. Just give me one. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. I just want to highlight something. Then we will go from there. Just give me 1 second. Just 2, 3, 4. Okay. Copy. Yeah. Apologies for this. Only as you were talking, something came to my mind, and I want to highlight this thing. And so this is the definition of a selfish person. A person, action, or motive lacking consideration for other people, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Gentlemen, does this describe us as individuals and as governments? I mean us. When I mean us, they said all generalization is bad. I can agree with that. We're not generalizing, but for the purpose of this argument, does this describe some of us, our leaders, and as such, we are where we are today? The floor is you first, then
yeah, so let me quickly speak on this issue, right? The reason why I was laughing when they was talking, I remember when Abure came on this platform, people were defending him. This is a man. Even they asking him about their account, the statement. He said, "Oh, they are almost ready." It's how many years after election? Over 1 year. You see, people were accusing, calling out Peter Obi. They said, "Oh, they hate Peter Obi." No, it doesn't work like that. See, Labour Party. If you see what they've demonstrated so far since election, they are not even alternative to PDP, APC. Three of them, all those parties, three of them, they are the same. That man, that guy that was removed today, I don't know if he was removed legally or illegally. He's a real as a man, in my opinion. When you sit down and analyze these people, analyze their activities, you will know this guy was not just pure. Peter Obi himself, he did show leadership. He did show any form of leadership. When you say all this stuff, people think, no, it's not about hate. We got to call it what it is. Peter Obi has not demonstrated any leadership. You came, people voted for you. You collected 6 million votes. After the vote, these people, they are still looking up to you for leadership, for direction. But you didn't show any leadership. You are silent. I mean, this is not the way to go. Even Trump, that people we accuse today, Trump is in charge. He flogged everybody in line in Republican Party. He knows what to do. He has shown leadership. So leadership is not when you are the president or you are the governor of a state. If you are a political leader, you have to show leadership. That is where it really starts, to be honest. And if Abure, for me, I'm happy Abure was removed, but I hope he was removed legally so they don't go to court and start killing themselves. But that was a good one in the right direction.
Okay.
Thank you.
Again, the statement, the definition of selfish is posed there: of a person, action, or motive lacking consideration for other people, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. Odi, does this describe us?
Yeah, this is definition of human nature.
No, I mean us in the context of Nigeria.
No, I really find it difficult, to when people denigrate us by trying to box us into we're just humans. Look, selfishness is, in a country, is called national interest. That's why people will be arming Boko Haram so they can get uranium chip in Niger, and people will be killed, and they are Christians, and these people are, that's why people left folks to die in Rwanda, and they said it didn't meet the criteria for genocide. I'm sure you were present. So selfishness is how human beings advance their interests. Selfishness, can become a problem when people set up a race, 100 meters race. Why do you want to win? You're not considering other people. You want to outrun them. If you go to your job, you want to outperform everybody. In as much as if you need, even if you're going to be working together but you want to outshine them. This is human nature. This is a little bit of my area. And
Odi, wait. I need you to read, please, what is on the screen there. Okay, your analogy of the 100-meter doesn't fit into what we're talking about.
It's not perfect.
For person, action, or motive, lacking consideration for other people, concerned chiefly with one's own personal profit or pleasure. I want us to this, like I said, going forward in this broadcast, that I will be moderating. We're going to state the fact. We're going to stay where we're supposed to be. So I need to look at that 100-meter race you just brought in doesn't cut it.
I made it. Okay.
Go ahead. The places.
No, I tried to make it very simplistic. 100-meter race is just making. The truth is, what I should have asked, I don't know the contest that you were bringing in. You sprang it up on us. And then, so I'm not sure what contest you had in mind by bringing up selfishness as a definition.
Let me put it.
So if we have the contest, maybe we can discuss it to suit you. But I want to say something. Since we're talking about politics, politicians are the most selfish human beings on planet Earth. If you want to go back to, the Roman times, Julius Caesar was a very selfish man. Augustus Caesar, and many of these selfish men brought the best of everything that we have now. Hitler was a very extremely selfish man. If you look at Trump, I don't need to tell you much. Politicians, you look at even Obi, whether it's Atiku destroyed PDP out of selfishness. Buhari, look at him. Look at Tinubu. He was, when people were being massacred in the Southwest, he didn't say anything. Everybody knows why. Because he didn't want to offend the North, so he can. So selfishness is in fact, the best politicians are the most selfish ones, if you look at history. But I'll let you go with, it's a painful discussion to have. If we put the human nature naked, even if you go to the lions, when a male lion comes what he does, first of all, is to kill all the children of the female, especially the male ones, or kick them out, and then takes over. It does not. This is our nature. When you go to the animalistic, some people then maybe modify it. You see what AY said, that P2B is too nice. You know, they can make a good leader. That's what I'm telling you. This is selfishness, is the definition of a politician. But go ahead.
I don't know what the floor is yours.
So yes. So the question you asked, I would say a big yes to it. In Nigeria context, the so-called leaders they are the definition of what we call selfish. And another word I think you should use again is greed, because people can be selfish in their own little ways, but when it comes to national interest, you have to know some certain things that, for example, this country called Nigeria belongs to children unborn. You are here, people were here yesterday, people were here 100 years ago, they are no more. You will go, you have to leave something for the people. In terms of corruption, the corruption going on, you ask yourself, the looting, some of the senators we have today, example, Akpabio, he was a governor, he was a minister, he's a Senate president, he has been a senator before. In all these positions, it's a massive weight. The question is, what do you really want to do with the money? Why can't you look at the country and put the interests of the people? Oh, this is going to benefit the people. Leadership is about people. Nobody is saying go hungry. You are not going to get hungry. You are well paid. But putting the interests of the country, of your people first, is paramount. If we don't do this, this country is going to pack up. This is very important. You know, for example, I'll give you a typical example. When they say take money, go and build an hospital that ordinarily, this is going to make sure people will not, the mortality rate is going to reduce. Go and build roads where accident is going to reduce, death rate is going to reduce. You will not do that. You prefer to keep the money just to destroy the public. This is the highest level of selfishness. To me, it's unacceptable. That is stupidity. When you think it's still selfish and you do that, you don't have mercy. To me, you are not human. Thank you.
Thank you. We lost Chuk. Chuk, I hope you come back soon and give your own view. Odi, you see, I don't want to take this broadcast away from what it is in terms of the definition and how you respond to that selfishness. That we are selfish ability, but we're trying to see how we can reorient ourselves in that regard, not to be selfish. You reference Donald Trump, you reference Hitler, Julius Caesar, and whatever. These people always put their citizens first. Okay, even as Donald Trump is, there is still checks and balance being carried out on him. I mean, he went to court. I mean, which leader in Nigeria has been taken to court? Which leader in Nigeria has ever been taken to court?
By this son too. By this son is in court too. He went to court.
But
Even the president.
See, that is it. So Odi, I will take you on this. Chooks.
Let me just say something. Let me say something before you circle to Chooks. Look, and this is why I said context matters. Look, do you know why Donald Trump is behaving the way he's behaving? It's not because he's a nice guy. People who did slavery didn't do it because they were just humans. They just did it because there was no law that said you cannot do this. And if you do this, there are consequences for this. What happened? If you're in Michigan, you're not going to drive.
I'm sorry. what's your name again? Audi.
Yeah.
I'm sorry I interrupted you. When you reference slavery, that there were no laws to stop them from taking people away as slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They have conscience. I don't know whether there was law then or not, but they do have conscience to tell them, that tells them what they are doing is right and wrong, and that is law on its own to them. I'll come
Pastor,
back to you. Odi,
Pastor,
I'll come back to you. Yeah, go ahead. Okay, go
Pastor,
ahead, Odi. Go ahead.
Pastor,
Go ahead.
that, I don't want us to go derail too much far, but
I don't
look,
want us to.
as you know, even our great Christian teachers, sort of, our even great men in the Christian history owned slaves. Now we see it as a different thing, we see it in a different light. People did so many bad things. I'm just saying, look, before if men wore skirts, and you say, oh, skirt is not bad. Let me bring it to a context we understand. If you go to Nigeria, many times if you stop at red light, people will be honking you to get out of the way, and you move and you have to run the red light, or you have an accident. If you do it in Michigan, you're going to be arrested. If you overspeed in Michigan, you'll be arrested. If you do it in Nigeria, you'll be praised. What I'm saying is that Trump would have, look, without the system, United States, Trump would have done a coup in 2020. Everybody we know that. But the system stopped this kind of people and this is where what we're trying to build. Look, I'm just trying to say that there's nothing, because we've gone into this talk and somebody tried to say there's something wrong with us. No, we're doing it because this is our stage where we are in our own development process. People are inhumane. Go and look at what people, come on, look at what people have done even in the recent America. Do you know how much Trump and his son-in-law collected from Saudi Arabia? Nobody talks about that. Do you know how much money people are making in Ukraine? I'm sure you may get a little wind of this, but nobody talks about that because they're able to do what? Provide the basic necessities for people. They give us a little Medicaid, they give us a little Medicare, a little bit of housing assistance. And this is what people are asking for in Nigeria. Why don't you give just a little bit to the poor people? Then you can take. History has never been fair. It's been filled with selfish men. The Senate in Rome was very extremely selfish. They were wealthy, but they gave the people of Rome something. The moment they stopped giving them, they chased them out. That's
Odi,
my point.
you back to what AY said earlier. Okay, they gave you money to build an hospital, and all you did was to embezzle the money. So this is the selfishness we're talking about. Okay, I'll come back to you. Chooks, the floor is yours. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, thank you so much, Electricity. Am I audible enough?
Yes, you are. We can hear you loud.
Oh, okay. Thank you once again, Pastor. Thank you, the panelists, OD and AY. I will say that today marks it the first time of me appearing live on
Thanks for doing
program, but I have been a great back end supporter. But what actually prompted me to say, let me just show my face in this, because I joined this program when the program started immediately. I was the guy that was commenting from the back end. And the question, the topic kind of like captured my interest. So whatever 2027, can a lone wolf unite the Nigeria? It's not just a question. It's something that calls for for us to reflect where we are, who we are, and what do we intend to be. But along the line, OT, came in, and AY came in, and I was listening from the background to kind of like see solutions, because what you presented is a question. It's not even a rhetorical question. It seems to be a direct question. How do we build a cat? But I wasn't seeing kind of like that answer, and at the same time, I kind of like busy from my own end, because in the next couple of seconds I may disappear because of the kids, But let me kind of like touch base in one of the things I said. I may not kind of like pinpoint who actually said it, but I overheard somebody saying that Sowore could be good, but Sowore, fought to give Nigerians APC of today. Give me just a second. My comment on that is that when Sowore was doing what he was groomed up to be doing as a journalist, was any of the activities or tasks or engagements Sowore did, was any of them found to be unpatriotic? If Sowore fought to bring in Goodluck Jonathan, was that unpatriotic? Was Goodluck Jonathan not constitutionally to be empowered to take over, since his principle was not there any longer constitutionally? If Sowore fought Goodluck Jonathan when Goodluck Jonathan was doing bad, was that unpatriotic? Can that be used against Sowore today for doing good, for what he believes to be good? When Sowore fought for Buhari coming in, I believe, I'm not Sowore, I've never seen Sowore, but I believe that Sowore was doing what he believed to the best of his knowledge, as a human being, as a Nigerian, as someone who has fought for that country, loved that country. He was doing his own part, but along the line, Buhari chose to throw the part he threw. Sowore was not the reason why Buhari did what he did. When Buhari was contested, if I can remember, if my memory serves me right, Buhari was telling you that there's no magic, revamping our refineries is just the fuel that God gave us there. All we need to do is just to pump it up and heat it up, which is exactly what it is. But did Buhari show that part to make sure that our refineries started working, to make sure that dividends of democracy he promised Nigeria was allowed to get to Nigerians? No, rather he chose the path he took for his own, for the reason best known to him. So that Sowore fought a bad government, or his platform fought a bad government, can never be seen as a reproach or something that Sowore did that can be used to bite him today. And I overheard, I think, AY talking about Obi is good, Obi is this, Obi is this, but Obi does not have what it takes. To a great extent, I buy the idea, because when they were contesting, Obi was able to sell to Nigerians what they want to hear, as frustrated Nigerians. But does he have that capacity to rule Nigeria if that power is given to him? I think yes. But is he willing to sacrifice himself to pay the ultimate price to be the president of Nigeria, considering that it's not only voting that crowns you that office, I don't think he has he's willing to go to up to that extent, because this is my own personal assessment based on experience. I think because of the level of investment he has in that environment, you know, he is not willing, you know, to sacrifice beyond what he did. But did he do well? He did well. You know, did he actually win that election to the minds of some Nigerians? He did. Is he the Nigerian president today? He is not. But that should never be used against him, you know, as a politician. You know, going by the question you asked, who will bury the cat? You know, my own response to that is Sowore is a good candidate. This is the one reason why I say that. Nigeria does not actually need somebody who knows how to, you know, who will look at you and tell you what you would like to hear, but tell you the truth. I think Sowore has that credibility. You know, when it comes to being fearless enough, because had it been Sowore gathered the amount of votes that Labour Party gathered in our last presidential election, I don't think Nigeria will be where Nigeria is now. In as much as you know, the Supreme Court did the magic. You know, this is the kind of persons that we, to a great extent, need to start be considering, because it is not just giving the monkey the cup of water, voting the candidate we want, but after the monkey taking the water, how do we get the cup back? So we need somebody that is a little bit rugged, somebody that's willing to pay the ultimate price. You know, because this is, we are in a war front. You know, we are in a war front. So to a great extent, you know, we need that quality of fearlessness of Sowore, sarcasm of Sowore, you know, the doggedness of Sowore to be able to grab the power. You know, so just 1 second, you know, Pastor, you know, to name a candidate, because I've been hearing you, okay, name the candidate. Who is your candidate? Who is your candidate today? Among them today, Obi is good if Nigerians are willing to fight the war without Obi, you know, kind of, let me use the word, igniting them to fight the war and crown Obi the president. If Nigerians are not there, if they're looking for somebody that will help them grab it and maintain it, Sowore is a good candidate, and Aisha Yusuf, you know, is a very wonderful candidate, you know, to the best of my own knowledge. Thank you.
Thank you. Mrs. Shu, I'm just going to extract one thing you said in your argument. If Sowore had won the amount of votes we won, things would have been different in respect to how the results and the court case went about. Am I correct in am I quoting you right?
Yes, okay. Yes, correct.
Okay. Now, I'm going to throw this back at you. So, would you not say that it's selfishness in a way, because he did not win that amount of votes, so he careless what happens afterwards? Be careful how you answer that question, because we're talking about
yes. What we are talking about is continuity that brings out the result. Sowore has been there. He has gathered a lot of experience. He knows the quality of people or group or government he's dealing with. He knows that. Let me just say, I'm not saying that Sowore is God, but to a great extent, to Nigerian political arithmetics. Sowore has the capacity of seeing tomorrow from today. Sowore knows that for the fact that he has never been mandated or kind of like be given that massive support by Nigerians to lead them, and whomever the Nigerians gives that support, or whom Nigeria has given that support, in quotes, does not have that capacity. So whatever you do to the person, you can never change the quality because the person has been part of the system. The person has tremendous investment in the system that he or she may not like to be toyed with. So now, whatever he as a person does in order to kind of like be a backbone to boost the person's capacity up, it will still fail because the person has been designed by the architects that be in that environment not to go beyond what he or she did.
So, Odi, I'll come to you 1 second. So, if I understand what you're saying correctly, he didn't support I don't want to put words in your mouth. He didn't support Peter B after the election result because he thinks that that is the way it's already been designed to. Would that be correct?
Yes, but I did not say P2B. Why I did not say P2B is that we do not have any authentic result to lay our hands on. But based on the sample we have there, I think the election result will have screwed to the side that it's not APC. The majority of Nigerians know where it is.
This is part one. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
And for the fact that the kingdom of God suffered violence, and by violence we take it by force. That individual, has a good will, but that individual, cannot pay that ultimate price to be there. That I believe that is why Sowore did not care to waste his efforts moving forward.
Okay. You see, this is, like I said, this is part one of this podcast. We're looking for a solution who is going to unify us. But I would like to, before I give the floor to this final word, the kingdom of God, there's no selfishness in the kingdom of God. Oftentimes, this scripture is used and taken out of context. This kingdom of God suffered violence, and the violence they get it back. There's no selfishness in the kingdom of God. Last week, we have another panelist here who was referencing David and Jonathan and Saul. I just let it fly because the issue of David was a tribe of Benjamin, Saul was the tribe of Benjamin. But Saul's son was not selfish. He helped David escape his father's death. So we need to be putting things, if we're bringing scriptures into our discussion, we need, if that is the case, that the kingdom of God suffered violence and the violent take it back. Why is Nigeria in the state that it is today? Because we go to churches, we go to prayer, we go to everything, we do everything. So the violence should have, they should take it by force. So when we apply scriptures, I want us to apply it using a modern knowledge and modern understanding in it, not to bring it in and whatever it is. So, Trix, thank you for joining. Like I said, this is part one. Odi, your final word, please. Thank you.
Okay, so electricity. I like the idea of Nigerian history is not devoid of strong men. Strong men have ruled Nigeria all my years growing up. They took elections, they killed the white folks to get power. It was coup after coup. Where did that get us? I've said it before. I don't mind a benevolent dictator. I'm not someone who is crying for democracy, in Africa, because if you go to the Middle East, they are balling. They don't have, Nigeria doesn't even have democracy. What will have a civilian government who do whatever they want to do. I like my brother. Welcome to the forum. It's nice to see your face. I'll tell you something. I don't even care what Sowore may have done to Goodluck. Goodluck was an incompetent leader. Incompetent. It was shameful to see him on television. At least Tinubu has been hiding himself. At least he's not going to do interview. The minute Goodluck did that interview, he did with Christian Amampo, that he was like this all through. I almost died watching that interview. Buhari was even worse. Nigeria, we've been very unlucky. But I'll tell you something. My opposition, I'm just trying to stay on facts. I said, when we can't make a tomato tree to become plant to become an iroko tree. It's just Sowore is well known to Nigerians. He's very young compared to the other old men we have. But he's gone to 2 elections. He got 33,000. The next election he got 14,000. 14 for a presidential election. So that means the people who like him, who are devoted to this young man in Nigeria, we're not like up to even 15,000 people that could go down and vote for him. That's I'm just talking about facts. How do you go from 33,000 to 14,000? Where are you going next? You think he's going to get more than 10,000 votes? Well, we can set a bet for 2027. People, I like the thought process of my brother, but I think he's talking about revolutionaries. Aisha Yusufu is like she said she likes to go to protests. She will even tell you that, one day maybe I'll do politics, but it's not for me. I like, people can be citizens, you can go on, but contesting for election, look, trust me, for you to go and sit somewhere and say I'm better than this person, I don't want us to go back to this selfishness discussion. This is where it comes in. But I'll tell you for sure, going on facts, Sowore is not going to get there. Well, from the fact that I know, maybe tomorrow something may happen, and then he gets there, unless there's a revolution. Well, some people take over and put him as the head of government. But Nigerians don't like him. That's why they don't vote for him in mass. That's just, it's about numbers. That's what I'm saying. If he let him get at least 50,000 votes, many people got 50,000 votes. Even Moghalu got more votes than him the last time. So let's just let him go and get some votes. People don't like him, as a president. People like Sowore as a leader of protest or resistance. But to come and become their leader, it looks like people don't want him.
So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do a free flow, okay? Like I said, but I don't want to dictate the free flow. But I would like to set a guidance here. Decorum, number 1, must apply. We must apply decorum, and 2, we should try our best to focus on unify. Even though we can, like I said, it's a free flow. I will try not to interject in the moderation. So, decorum, number 1, and 2, let's focus on where we talk more on how we unify ourselves and the system. So, I'll start with OD. I'll go to AY. Okay, AY, you want to go first?
I'm right here.
Okay, Chuk, sorry, I'll start with Chuk. Hold on a second.
just
okay.
Yeah, PDP and APC.
So I'll start with Chooks, then I'll go to AY, then OD, you're the last. So the floor is open. The floor is open.
Yes. Thank you once again, the panelists. And before I go there, just permit me to ask OD this simple question. At least it will help us to kind of like reflect on what we have said. Odi, do you believe that the president of Nigeria today, the current president of Nigeria today, won the 2023 presidential election based on the information out there and based on statistics you just presented?
No, I don't think he won the election.
Fantastic. If you don't think he won the election, what made you think that Sowore got 33,000 votes, and on the next election he got 14,000 votes?
No, well, you're talking about 2023 election.
Excuse me. If the same results that made today's president the president, to you don't believe it. Definitely, the same process that brought Sowore from 33,000 to 14,000. So why do you have to believe that statistic that you quoted?
Can I answer your question?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Okay, very good. I think it's a fair question, because I think, for us to even succeed, we need to really recalibrate and clean up our electoral system. But, look, the Tinubu gets a lot of votes legitimately, yes. Before you rig an election anywhere in the world, you have to get a substantial amount of vote to be able to rig an election. I don't think, okay, let me ask you, do you believe that Sowore got more votes than Atiku Abubakar in the last election?
Asking me a question by answering my question.
I answered your question.
It's like transferring.
We're having a discussion
back to me. Yes, yeah. So what I'm saying is
in good faith. It's in good faith. No, I don't want to trap you.
I understand. What I'm saying is that we are in a deep shit. We are in a deep shit. So whomever that has the capacity, be it little, be it mega, whatever, in any capacity you think you can deploy to influence a positive change out there, do it. I'm not saying that Sowore won. No. Even facts out there shows that Sowore wasn't even near to winning. But what I'm saying is that we are really in a deep shit. And if care is not taken, this is a free fall. There's no going back.
No, not if cash. No, we're already in a free fall.
It's no good. The system has been.
Sorry, gentlemen. I made an error. It's a free flow discussion. You guys can interject. I apologize. Hey, while you were quiet, I understand I make a bit.
I don't want you to come and remove me.
Okay, but just maintain the quorum. My apologies for that. So it's a free flow discussion.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So what I was saying before Pastor interjected is that we are already in a very big problem. And I don't hate APC. I don't hate any political party in Nigeria. I don't hate Sowore. I mean, I don't hate the present president of Nigeria. No. But what I'm saying is that we are already on the ground. So what we should be thinking of right now is, how do we get away from where we are today? Because those that kept us where we are today, they are increasing in their strength, and we continuously get diminished. So their strength over us is getting overwhelmed. So let us go ahead, Ewan.
What you said is very true. We are on the ground, to be honest. You see everything, right? I feel Peter Obi is also a good guy, I mean, Peter Obi, there is no way you not like him, but that does not mean, when you say Nigeria don't like Sowore as president, I don't think that's a fact. because this is a country where the whole Ganifa Wahimi contested for an election. Who doesn't like Gani? They voted for him? No. Femi Falana contested for governorship in Ekiti. Nobody voted for him. So the history of Nigeria, the truth is we don't have an electoral system. This cabal, this so cabal, trust me, million times, they will prefer even Peter Obi to be in power than Sowore because they're scared of Sowore to death. This is just a fact right there. Peter Obi is part of the status quo. It belongs to the system. It's part of the system. Let's stop removing from the system. Peter Obi belongs to the system. It's just that it's a lesser evil than other that contested with him in 2023. This is just the honest truth. When people are saying it doesn't mean like, oh, so anyone hate anybody. I've never met Sowore. We've never been on the same space. But I know Sowore deserves a lot of accolades from Nigerians because he's the one that is part of the people that open up the political space in Nigeria. I can tell you that. Sowore exposed a lot of evil that we are going on in Nigeria, the corruption, in fact, there was an interview, a politician was asking Sowore, where are you getting all this information? Like, the kind of information that guy was exposing, no Nigeria TV station could have been able to do that. I mean, I know he's not a perfect human, but just as I speak today, in 2027, if I'm in Nigeria, it depends on the candidate. I can vote for Sowore. Can I let Sowore be my president? Yes, I will. Can I let Peter Obi be my president? Yes, I will. It depends on who is on the ballot. That is how I choose the person that I think this is a lesser evil. Then I will give him support. That is absolutely true. But the system we currently have now cannot produce any credible candidate. We know this and no peace. Forget it. They're going back to 2027, forget it. We don't have a system that could produce any credible candidate. Not even as a president, even in the state. How many percentage? Even as for assembly, even councillor. This is what we Nigerians need to fight. If we don't, we are in deep shit. You listen to some of the governorship candidates. Oh, you see the level of cluelessness. You like, what the heck? Who is going to do the job for you? You don't even understand basic things. How are you going to make decisions? So these are issues. Not only in the north, I feel it's even worse. Like you see governors, all they do, they just sit in Abuja, they wait for allocation, they go back home, stay 1-2 days, they are out of their state. This is what is going on. If you take statistics of the whole country, it's few, small percentage of Nigerian governors that really see that and say, you know what, this is the right thing, this is what I need to do. They really look at issues, look at stuff and said, this, we need to do this. So in all these people we are able to call it, how many of them are better than Sowore? If you ask me, how many of them? So the thing is, I know we have a lot of work to do. All of us need to know this. But if you ask me to choose a president for Nigeria today, I will choose somebody. I would prefer somebody that does not belong to the system. It would just like what happened in Senegal, where they bring a fresh guy from nowhere to, hey, come and lead the new Senegal. We need somebody to lead the new Nigeria. If we allow these politicians that are there today, all of them, they keep recycle. That's why I don't argue about them. I'm not going to come and tell you, oh, there is Conco, so is this, is this. They are all based on the same feather. To be honest, we need more. We need more. Do you know what the caliber of people Nigeria have that can lead the country? It's because the system is not working. If the system is working, you will see credible people coming up to say, okay, they know they got the system. They can tell the people what to do. Thank you.
Yeah, AY, I would like to ask you a question if you don't mind. Pastor, sorry for
no, 1 second. Mr. Murray, backstage, if you want to come on the platform, please could you turn on your camera? Thank you. The floor is back to you, gentlemen. Thank you.
Yeah. AY, you keep on saying that if we if we are allowed to choose, you will choose a lesser evil. If we are allowed to choose, I think we are living in the. You are presenting it as if we are living in the world of yesterday. We're talking about today. Will you be allowed to choose? When will you ever be allowed to choose? You will not be allowed to choose, because, as I said, it's like a tangential graph. As Wike even used to sing it in his show, and as he they pain them, he they sweet us. So they are making the pain so much on you that will be allowed to choose. Definitely, you will not be allowed to choose. Since you will not be allowed to choose, must you continue waiting till when? Until when? So now, what do you have in your hand that you can use to influence a change, no matter how small it is? Even if what you have cannot take you from point A to point Z, let it take you from A to B. You know that you have achieved some level of milestone. You will consolidate on C and be looking on way forward. So what do you, AY, has? What do Nigerians has? Now that they can use to make a change. Because if you continue waiting for the oppressed to give you that chance, to choose, I think the answer is sorry, because you're not going to get it.
Yeah, what I really mean by that statement, right? If I'm allowed, I meant like the way the system is today. Let's say you want to conduct election in Nigeria today. I don't have option.
Sorry,
I have to choose.
sorry for interjecting. I want us to go on what Chuk said. Chuk, is this what you just said? Am I correct? What does Nigerians have in their hands to make a change? Chuk, am I correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. I want us to go in this direction, please, gentlemen. What do we as individual and Nigerians, we're not talking about the elite or those in a position of power. If I'm correct, Chooks, please. If I'm wrong, correct me. What do we have in our hands to make a change? I mean, our own little way. If it's just from point A to point B, and somebody else have from B to point B, C, D to D. So let's go on this trajectory, on this narrative. Please. Thank you very much.
I actually love this phrase, actually. Yeah. Well, yeah. What does Nigerians have in their hands to make a change? Yeah. I would say the biggest thing we have is our voice. Like the voice, we have the voice to make that change. So let's start with the electoral system. The only difficulty now is the hunger in the land is not making people to think critically. Just for example, let's say the Edo election is coming this month. What you will see is on that day of election, a politician is going to be giving people money, go and vote my party, especially APC or PDP. They give you 5,000, vote for my party. Show me you voted for my party, I'll give you the money. Why? Because of the hunger. Because hunger is a weapon, actually. It's a weapon to really torment the people. That's exactly what the Nigerian politicians are doing. But the people that are enlightened, that know what the time is, they need to keep speaking to the people. They need to put pressure on the government to do the right thing in form of peaceful demonstration. If this is one thing that is we gotta keep doing, because even the people in power today, the Asiwaju and co, even during the military, they were able to fight against the military. You see, but today is the same man that is arresting people for a peaceful protest. Charging them for treasonable offense. This is unacceptable. The voice That is why we as people all over the country, we need to come together, the common man. Keep telling these people they have to do the right thing. Because I feel when we have an electoral system that is working, where the power will be with the people, that would be a big weapon. Trust me. If the president, the governor, if they know that the next election the people are gonna vote them out, I think they will sit up. That is why even them, they know they don't even want the electoral system to work so they can do what they like and rig themselves into power. This is one thing I think should be the weapon of the people. This is one thing that Nigeria need to fight. They need to make sure like this our electoral system is gonna get fixed, is gonna work for the people. That is one some of the point I think can really work for the people. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much, AY. But I still have to come back with another question again, if you don't mind. Sorry, but it will seem as if I'm, bombarding you with questions. But I'm just trying to understand you so we can flow together. You said if the politicians know that they are gonna be voted out if they do not do well, they just have to sit up. They have to sit up. Did you make that statement just from your own experience, or you just make it based on it just what am I what I'm
So
trying to
that
say is
is half of this.
was it was it an opinion based on reality, or was it just a theoretical statement?
Is based on reality. When you give power to the people, the real power to the people, the power is with the people. Trust me, Nigeria politicians will sit up. As long as we have a system that is working, where you know that if the economy is not working, people are going to vote you out. You are not building the infrastructure, people are going to vote you off. You are not stopping corruption, people are going to vote you out. You are not doing the right things, people are going to vote you out. And you know this power is with the people, you will be forced to do the right thing. Trust me. Look at developed country. For example, in America, like if the economy was, if the country was in, what's it called? Was in a recession today, you take Democrat, they will be able to campaign. That will be a big campaign against them. That will be easy election for Republican to win. They look at the issue. They look at issue of security. They look at all these issues. That is what will guide their vote, because the people have the power. Apart from they have the power, the hunger is reduced. You are not feeding them. They don't need your dollar to go vote for you. They can decide for themselves. Yeah, we are lucky in this area because the hunger is much. You give people 2,000, they will go vote for you because they don't even know the implication of what they are doing. But again, the summary of the matter is, if Nigeria, if the system can give power to the people, even when you are in House of Assembly, you are in the Senate, you know the people can call for you and remove you out of power, just like as electricity usually say it, they will sit up. But we don't have this system. They can call you as a senator, you know, hey, if you mess up, you don't consult them, the people are going to go against you. That is why they do what they're doing, because they know it's money you need. Oh, they need money. Don't worry, I'm just looking for money. What do you think Tinubu is misbehaving now? Before 2027, we roll out all the money in tanks to the people and tell them, buy people over, buy the pastor, buy the malams, the imams, buy the traditional ruler, buy everybody, and it's going to go again. So this is what is rely on. Trust me, that is why they do what they are doing. They are reckless in their decision. They are reckless in their behavior. They don't care about the people. That is the only reason why they do it. That, trust me. But let people have the power. You will see the change.
Yeah, AY. Thank you. You spoke good, but what you just said now, to my own little calculation, you made a 360-degree turn. Ask me why. Why I say that is that you say that if the politicians know that they can be kicked out, they're gonna sit up. But at the same time, you kind of like you overturn that statement, saying that they are doing what they are doing today because they know that you cannot do anything. And that is it. The present president of Nigeria today, from your own statement, is not doing what is expected of him to do. And come 2027, he will roll out what he knows best.
But underline the system. I said system. When the system is working,
no, the
power will be with the people. It's not working.
Let us work with what is available on our hand right now. You know, you are referencing what is happening here. No, Nigeria is not America. In America, the system to a great extent works. It's not perfect. You know, they are above hunger. Nobody is voting you because of the food that you're gonna be delivered at his doorstep. They don't care. Even if you bring that food, they can, even because of that food, even vote you down. That is the system here. But in Nigeria, what do we have there? What we have there is that the system does not work. The politicians keep on, making it difficult for it to revamp or work.
Sorry, my brother, sorry, you've been going. I think you guys are just going in a circle. So let me just try to break it up a little bit. See.
If you can have me complete what I'm saying, if you have the platform.
Welcome to the platform. We're having a free flow discussion. We finished the main topics. Also trying to allow panelists to speak without much interjection and maintain high decorum. So you're welcome to the platform and you can join the discussion there. So, all right. So the floor is back to you, panelists again. Thank you.
Okay, so if you want to go ahead and if you have something you came to say, I'll let you go ahead and shoot. You're muted.
I said good evening. I don't even know what you. Good evening, everybody. Hi, AY, long time. Chuck, Andrew. Hi, guys. I don't know what.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just
people are talking about. I just finished seeing my last patient that I logged and I saw you
this
guys.
Broadcast, first and foremost, this broadcast was dedicated to Rudolf for his great work towards Nigerians' betterment. And the question that was asked earlier was this question: does Sowore have the ability to unite, divide, and divided Nigeria towards 2027? We discussed this earlier. You can weigh on it if you want to. It's up to you. Then the floor was made a free flow for it. So I'll yield the floor back to you again, lady and gentlemen.
No, I said, they were going round and round, so I wanted to break the circle. My point is, Chooks, you keep asking all these questions, but if I heard you correctly, you said, from what you said, there is no answer to the question. You said, you asked this question that, electricity felt was very great question. What does Nigerians have in their hand to make a change? But you said, there's nothing, am I correct? Or, I don't want to misquote you.
I did not say there is nothing. Rather, what I said is, AY was painting the picture of what is happening in America.
Okay, let's ask you, what do we have in our hands? Answer your question.
On OD, I don't think you are the moderator, but if you have something...
No, I think this is a free-flowing session.
It is a free class. You can answer.
We can, I'm not moderating you. You're asking a question. We want you to answer the question.
And I was about to make my view known. You interjected. That's why I kind of like paused for you to have your say. From what AY was saying, I'm not saying it's not correct, but we should be careful the way we can make a step we mistakenly kind of like damage it a little bit because we don't understand that the system we are referencing is not the system at hand. The system at hand is Nigeria, and we're referencing a system that is working. So my own take, what Nigerians have at hand to make a change, because the way it is now, Nigerians doesn't even have that voice. The voice has been taken away from them. They don't have the strength to march on the streets. They are hungry. They don't have the judiciary. The vote, they don't even have, because AY was saying that a politician can be voted out. How can he vote them out? Where before the election, the result has been arranged. So how can he vote them out? So to me, Nigerians has nothing but civil disobedience. Say no, sit at home, reject the election. Where they can gracefully, decorate the politicians where they see them. They do that. That is the only thing they have. You don't have the vote. You don't even have, this is the result. Have it. If you don't want it, go to court. You don't even have the courts. You're hungry. You can't even sustain yourself. So the way the system is now.
So sorry, I asked him the question. Wait, let me just go. Okay, go ahead. You guys can go ahead. Actually,
no, I'm done. But
so let me just say something. 30 seconds.
That's civil.
I think you still misquoted me, right? You need to emphasizing on the electoral system needs to be changed. We need to have a workable system, so the power will be with the people. I don't know why you cut that part out, because if we can't do that, we can't move forward. That's what I'm saying. The way the system is today, anything can happen. We don't have a system that will produce good people.
I think your point is well taken. I think it's a point that most people agree with. Things are not working. If we have a system whereby people are held accountable, they're going to behave, or we vote them out. And that's the utopia. That's what we are hoping to get at some point, whereby we don't care, even if you're a Biraman or let's say you're from China, but you're naturalized in Nigeria, and you're the best candidate, we'll vote for you, and you just do the good thing. So I wanted to, get from Chuks what he meant, but what he said is actually what I was saying. He said, do nothing. He said, stay at home, sit at home. If you get a politician, I'm not sure, I think he had a colorful language of what to do to them. But, me, I completely, I don't, trust me, we have experimented with that particular position in the country very recently. That place is called the Southeast. They've been sitting at home for the past how many years. Things are just getting worse. Criminals are taking over. So, there's every country will have to go and take their destiny in their hands. Civil disobedience, I don't believe civil disobedience in the idea of, sit at home. No, you have to go there, like all these Far East Asian countries, that Sri Lanka, that went there and chased the people out. But, people have tried it in Nigeria. Someone who were on this platform, some of us here were even saying that they didn't protest well. Some people carried Russian flag, and they should be, that this treason. And we know what the treason, what the judgment for treason is. So my point is this. Personally, I believe everybody should get involved. When we all get involved, we overwhelm the system. That's why I was particularly happy about what happened in the Labour Party today. At least let people stake their claim. Make the other person. It's a game of chess. I make my move, then you're forced to make a move. Because if you don't make a move, nobody makes a move. Whoever is winning, if you play chess, if you have the highest position, you win the game if the game is closed at that point. So let's all make the move. I've been even suggested that everybody should join a political party. You join APC, you join PDP. You can join APC and undermine. You can just hold APC in a lawsuit and destroy them, or PDP, just like people like Wike are doing. But look, it's all opinion that we're giving. We don't know what will work eventually, but at least we'll keep talking about it. Shows that we love our country. We want a better place for us to be able to call, a country. Things are not working, but we're hoping that, things will work. I think everybody's being passionate in their own different ways. And, it may be your own style will work, but, we're just having a discussion. And this is my own point of view.
All right. I'm going to take this. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, can you
Yeah,
hear?
we can hear you.
So, do you have anything to say? If you can you hear me?
Okay.
If you divide the country now. If you know the West Side,
oh boy, I'm tired of talking about Nigeria. Honestly speaking, I'm just tired. But honestly, I think the problem we are having in that country is that, number one, we are not united as a country. Somebody says something, if we are united as a country, we can shut Nigeria down. But we are not. When this person will tell you, Omo Igbo, Omo Yoruba, Omo Hausa, and all that stuff. So we are not. So we can do that. Look at Sri Lanka. Look at what they did, like somebody said here. If you want to drive these people out of power today, you see all these things that they put a military tank during this protest, that will not even face anybody. How many people will you shoot? How many people will you buy? But we are not united anyway. And that was another reason why this thing was not successful. When they were busy sharing 5,000 and 10,000 naira to people, and they will tell you their life is good. We have seen it. Somebody just mentioned, I think I was listening, and said things got worse after the protest, and that's true. How can a country with crude oil that cannot even is from here, from one city to another? People are even begging at 1,000 naira still. They can't even find the fuel to pay 1,000 naira. I mean, which kind of country is that? Or what kind of country is that? How did we get to this point? And it's like nobody. What you posted and something about Sowore. Sowore cannot unite Nigeria. Sorry, he cannot. Even if other political parties march together, I don't think they can even win the next election. The problem is not winning, because we know that if things are done properly, Tinubu will leave 2027. But what is the essence of having an election in Nigeria while, according to Delefaro to me, that INEC will perform? What is the essence of it? But if we citizens unite together and shut that country down, trust me, everybody will be on the run. Look at little protest. All of them, the House of Assembly, they all left the country. Just little protest. So imagine shutting the country down for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Trust me, 1 month, 2 months. If Tinubu, if he doesn't hear, he will hear by force. He will hear by force because the pressure will be there. But, it seems like some people are buying bread 500 naira and some people are buying 2,000 naira. So that's why it seems as if the only people talking are the people buying 500 naira. So let all of us suffer it. We haven't learned. Like I said,
so
we will learn.
Invariably, what we are saying is that we have something in our hands that we can use to make a change.
What kind of change? Tinubu wasn't the president and rigged the election, and now he's in power. You think you're gonna take this power away from him?
So
he has placed everything, and we are seeing it. The time we're supposed to have this thing done, we did not do it. The protest. First of all, when he was appointing all this, the Lagos.
Is it too late?
Well, what I'm saying is that we are not serious because these things did not happen overnight. We come here every day and talk about all these changes and nothing was done. We are not doing anything. When he was appointing all his family members, his son-in-law, all of them, nobody said anything. Why all of a sudden now we are trying to go and protest? As long as somebody mentioned on Arise TV, if we don't do something about our judiciary, nothing is going to happen. You see this INEC? You see this judiciary? If we don't do anything, reform, some sort of reform, nothing is going to happen. Tinubu, if the Obi and his crew, if they like, they can merge with everybody in Nigeria. It will be Nigeria against Tinubu, and Tinubu will still win the election, unless we all unite together. But as long as I'm buying bread 500 naira, and somebody else is buying it 2,000 naira, we are not in this together. So meaning that somebody like Mwike will threaten in a country where things work. Somebody will tell you that he's gonna set a state or put a confusion in a state of this thing, in a confusion, in a state of confusion, and nobody said anything. Mwike will open his mouth and be talking like somebody from OP worker, and nobody's challenging him. Nobody's saying anything. And you're talking about the election. Nigeria is anybody. Come and say whatever you want to say, and you should get away with it. No, I mean, what? Changes in Nigeria, it will not change. It will not. Today I saw the list that came out. I think they said list of people. Nigeria was, I think we were ranked 3rd debtors in the whole world, people that borrowed. Nigeria the 3rd. I look at our country. I look at how much we have borrowed so far. And nobody's saying anything. These people, they come here, buy houses, pay cash, and nobody's saying anything. Money speaks in the country. You give somebody 5,000 naira, you will shut the person down. We need to have revolution of mind. That is even number 1. Revolution of mind is very important. In a situation where, like I always tell people, I don't know the amount of money you can ever give me to buy me. Maybe because I've lived in this country enough and, I am exposed and know that, things are done right. But for somebody living in Nigeria who has never seen, I just finished talking to my girlfriend in Nigeria and she said to me, Ify, question. I said, what? Do they ever take light? I said, yes, something might happen, thunder, lightning, but not just take light. She said, I said, yeah. We're not talking about electricity here. We're not talking about, no. I said, no. So imagine a country, 60-something years, we're still talking about electricity. Somebody's campaigning, telling us they will give us electricity, telling us they will give us water, telling us they will give us, they're not even talking about healthcare. Telling us they're going to build roads. Are you serious? After 60-something years, we can't even boast of anything that we can be so proud of as a Nigeria. The only one resources, natural resources that we have, which is mainly just more or less our major exporter, crude oil, we still don't have fuel in Nigeria. I have all remembered one time since I've been in this country, I think I've only queued one time. I think it was during a Bush administration, 30 minutes. I queued on the line, just one time. So I think our leaders just deliberately just don't want the system to work for us. NNPC, they are owing $6 billion in debt. How? And President Tinubu is in charge of the crude oil, right? Petroleum minister, right? Just like Tinubu, just like Buhari. Under your watch, $6 billion in debt. And now Dangote's refinery is working, and they were asking him about price. And he said he's waiting for NNPC. And I'm like, wait a minute. Did or fuel in Nigeria? It's just like me buying something from here, and I will ship it to somewhere in another country. And then I have to take permission and tell you, AY, I'm waiting for AY to tell me how much I'm going to. Seriously, is this a communist country? Is that where we are now? I don't even know the system of government that we are practicing at this point.
Thanks very much.
Confused system.
Whether it's military, or whether it's federal system of government, I don't know. Which one are we practicing? I don't know where we are at this point. Okay. We are practicing everything, or parliamentary system. Which one?
I'm not sure.
Because this is not a democratic country. It's not a democratic system of government.
I'm not sure if you are hearing me. Are you hearing me? Am I coming in late? Are you hearing me? Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought maybe something was going on with my net. Yeah, something's going on with my network. Chooks wants to leave. Ask for 2 seconds before I go to Amori. Mr. Chook, you say you want 2 seconds. You want to leave.
Yes, Pastor, thanks so much. Somebody's okay. Yes, I'm about to leave, so I just want to use the opportunity to thank the panelists, to thank the folks, for the opportunity like this. And at the same time, let me kind of like clear a little bit what I said, to avoid hanging unnecessary load. When I mean sit at home, I didn't mean the way folks do sit at home in the southeast of Nigeria. I mean blocking the governance, blocking them from making any further move. Let me take an example in Lagos, or let's say in Anambra, or folks go to the government house, block it, carry their mats, lie down. The governor, you stay here, you are not going anywhere. Now here we go there. Because we don't have any other thing to do. These guys are so impoverished, nothing is working. So not to sit at home where your economy will be messed up, your children will be hungry, and at the end of the day, you achieve nothing. Sit at home on Monday, Tuesday, you go back to the business. What happened will keep on happening. Rather, we'll find a way to put these people in a cage where they will not move. I think, because I'm responding to what the person asked. What do we have at hand now? Since we do not have anything at hand, he is already on ground, fear no fall. Let us fall there together with them. On that note, I will just say thank you, folks. Let me take an exit. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Sorry, before let me just I don't know why I'm echoing back to myself. Okay, Mr. Murray, I'm going to mute you. Okay, yeah. Mr. Murray, we started, you can see the question, the topic for the day. You are a hard fan of Sowore, so the question before us is, does he have the ability to unite a divided and divided Nigeria towards 2027? Mr. Murray, the floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you very much, Electricity, for having me. It's always a delight to be here. Before I start, I want to crave your indulgence to, first of all, be fair to Sowore by amending the tone of your topic. Liking Sowore to a wolf, I think it's tantamount to, like to insanity. It's like you're not giving us the picture of Sowore as a human being. That's just my own view about it, about what the topic is talking about.
I have to take my leave at this point. Thank you. Good night.
Yeah, it's not a wolf. And again, you don't conclude, but I'm not a diehard of Sowore. I have the courage to speak the truth wherever I find myself. You see, another thing you ask is, what do we have to bring about in the system? We have a lot of power. The power belongs to the people. Sovereignty belongs to the people. But the question should be, how are we willing, how ready are we to use the power at our disposal to bring about the change we need? I think that the question will be better that way. And the problem lies with the people. We are so much divided along the unnecessary sentiment, primordial sentiment. If it's not tribal, it's religious. If it's not religious, it's ethnic. So with this, we cannot really move forward. These are the things the politicians take advantage of, you know, to lord it over the people. They are not as strong as we may think. No matter how strong we think they are not stronger than the power of the people. The power in the people is stronger than that than those in power. That is a common analysis, a common fact. You know, when the people are ready, the politicians are always on their own. So the problem is, how do we come together? We're always divided. You know, even as we are here, we're not up to 10 here. The division here, the sentiment here. If you want to listen to the problem of a greater Nigeria, you listen to a microcosm of a discussion of Nigerians, just the way we have here. You know, if you listen like 3-4 times, you will know exactly the problem of the greater nation Nigeria. You know, this is the problem. It's not bigger than any other problem of any nation in the world. But ours is division. In this division, the divide and rule sentiment was brought by the colonial masters, and it was taken to another level by our politicians. This is the problem we have. So the politicians, you think they have hijacked Nigeria, they have taken over, they are not as strong as you think. Even, sorry, moderator, this one might not be, this is not personal. The way you coin the topic alone shows the kind of people we are. Can a wolf, how does Sowore look like a wolf? For saying the truth or for his courage, or for being consistent over the years, you know, against the status quo, against the old brigade. You know, is that why we should like him to a wolf? No, of course. So this is the sentiment in all of us. And Peter Obi, I have nothing against Peter Obi as a human being. He has the capacity, he has credibility, even if Peter Obi has won, the people, the greatest problem we will have had is the supporters of Peter Obi themselves. People that stand to see no wrong in a human being, the man we accept any, he knows he's a human being. He's willing to, to take questions. He's willing to make adjustments whenever he makes mistake. But some supporters don't even see him in that light. They feel he's above board. He's perfect. Even God himself, God, Almighty God himself, after creating man, one version told me he regretted creating man. Another version said he repented creating man. You know, which means there's if you want to analyze that one grammatically, there's an element of regret there. God himself is talking here. See what man has become. He regretted creating man. Another version said he repented creating man. This is God himself talking. So if God could, I mean, I don't want to say something that will not be too, that will not be too palatable here, especially with the Christian food. If God himself would have regretted creating man, God is perfect. He's the only perfect being on earth. You know, if we could say, seeing what man has become, he regretted creating man, he repented of creating man, it means there were some elements of regret, quote and unquote. So this idea of free will, bringing somebody down, we always sit down to look at the negative side of Sowore. He's a human being like every one of us. But has he done his best as a human being? Has he been consistent? I've known Sowore for more than 3 decades. Has he been consistent? Has he been courageous enough even to confront the power that be? Of course, none of us can deny him that fact. So instead of always looking at the negative side of Sowore as a human being, how much support have we given to this gentleman so that we can bring about the much needed change we need in our society? The panelists that just spoke last, made a lot of valid points. If somebody came here, was analyzing the number of votes he had, the first election, second election. You cannot give what you don't have. He cannot get more than what we gave to him, even when it was really the true sense of it. They said it was ascribed, it was allocated to him. If Nigeria had actually come out a mass to support Sowore, I think we would have gotten more than what he has. Sowore, the only limiting factor Sowore has is the support of fellow Nigerians. So, and another person raised another pertinent question. Do we continue like this that Grace may abound? Do we continue like this towards 2027 that things may change? It will be delusional. It will be illusional for anybody to think this is a miracle that was not on seat, that believe power is not given all account. Nobody gives you political power. You have to fight for it. You grab it and run with it. Not that he's sitting on the throne. If anybody here is thinking about preparing for 2027 with this moribund and corrupt institution, and expecting any change, I think the person will be, insane. The person needs some psychological and mental examination to think that way. Preparing like this for 2027, you know, when you the same when the status quo is, I mean, I think with this kind of system, with this kind of corrupt institution, you know, we go nowhere. You know, no matter the amount of vote, no matter the, even if like bring Jesus Christ from heaven to come and contest election, he will not be able to destroy the Milocon. Not because he deserves it, but because of the environment we find ourselves at the moment. Thank you very much. I don't want to take too much time. If I have opportunity, I have a lot of things to say. We are guilty of the same we are guilty of the problem we face in Nigeria. All of us, not just the leaders. We give them an every environment to feel too strong. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, man. Thank you, sir. If it appears you wanted to say something, yeah, go ahead. The floor is yours. You have to unmute.
Oh, sorry. Mr. Murray, good evening. I can feel your frustration. I can feel your passion. But
you have to.
Can you hear me?
Echo from your side, echo.
Yeah, I don't know what.
No, it's better. It's better now. Mr. Murray has muted. Go ahead.
Okay, so I've heard you so many times, you know, kind of have a character assassination when it comes to P2B. Everybody's entitled to support who they want to support. I don't have no problem with that. I don't know P2B. I've never met P2B. I did not vote for P2B. I did not even vote. But this issue that, you know, we think that P2B is God. Nobody has ever said that P2B is perfect. I think the argument will remain and has remained when you look among other candidates, you look at the lesser evil. I think that's where the argument is. Nobody has ever said that P2B is perfect. What people are saying that bring out one thing you can say that you can use to, kind of say that this is not this is a bad leader, or that he's incompetent, or he has stolen money from the government, or anything. They haven't said anything. I guess that's why, you know, a lot of people rallied around P2B, right? When it comes to Sowore, I agree, hands up, salute to him. But Sowore cannot unite this country called Nigeria. I am telling you, it's not anything personal. With all due respect, I have so much respect for that guy, what he stands for, what he believes in, and what, I mean, for taking these people, all these politicians, he is fearless. But to say that, Sowore will be president of Nigeria, I don't know. I'd hate to bring God in politics. I hate it. I don't know, but I don't see that happening. Okay? The reason being, can I finish? The reason being that, to be honest with you, Sowore, in order for him to be successful as a politician, he has to join one of these parties. But for him to stand alone to contest for presidency in this country called Nigeria, he will not win. And I'm telling you, even Obi, we all know what he went through. We all know that he won this election. And again, Sowore continuously attacked this man. Obi Erufai, marching together for 2027. And before you came in, I said, if they want, they can march with everybody, and Tinubu stands alone. Tinubu will still win 2027. The only thing I said that will work in Nigeria, if all of us unite as a country and shut the country down, that is the only way. But, saying that Sowore is this, P2B is this person is this person is that. I haven't seen any competent person that have, governed Nigeria or rule Nigeria or lead Nigeria. But I will stand here and I will tell you, it will not be Sowore. Okay, I know you have so much love for him, which is okay. I have so much respect for him. In fact, I want him to win if he can win. But unfortunately, he cannot win. We know how our country is. It's not even in the country of this 200 million. I have always been a campaign. Before, immediately I got here, AY says something, if you will say divide Nigeria. That is where I have always stand. Divide this country, let everybody go their own way. Because this thing we are trying to bring together is not working. Patching us together, I feel that we are being forced to stay together as a country. And it's not going to work, no matter whoever becomes the president. When people come here and focus on the Northerners, the Northerners only people in this country. Why should we always focus on the Northerners? I have a problem with that. If we say that we are all Nigeria, we all of us, we all be worried together as a country. But if we're focusing on the Northerners, you have to respect the Northerners. If Northerners want to be respected, they can form their own country and stay by themselves. The Southerners can stay. The Easterners can stay. They can divide the country. Let everybody go. But as long as we are together in this country called Nigeria, like Mayegu will always say, we can never be successful. Anybody expecting anything good out of that country is just a waste of time. Let us understand it and understand peace. Even if you hand Sowore this country and say, Sowore, go, be our president, he will still not achieve anything. I'm telling you. The only thing you can say, maybe Obi or maybe Sowore, is that they might kind of, have a cut down on the cost of governance. I think that's what they can do. But telling me that they're going to unite this country, I haven't seen anybody that will unite this country. The only way this country can be united is by dividing it. Everybody go your separate way.
Can I quickly respond to that, sir?
Before you respond, can you mute, please, Mr. Murray? Respectfully, maybe you should check the definition. What is a lone wolf, or I always use as a lone wolf. You said it's describing is Sowore an animal? No, that is not what that statement stands for. So I'm not describing him as animal, and neither has this platform described him as animal. Just for the purpose of the audience, a lone wolf is described as a very independent or solitary person. It's also used it has its own negative definition as a terrorist or other criminals who act alone rather than as part of a larger group. So it's about individuality, not the way you perceived or you understand it. I just want to put that out to you. Thanks for correcting. Said the topic is not what it is, but I won't weigh in on that. So the floor is yours. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the clarification. But I still think it's not fair enough. A lone wolf, I might not be an expert in English language, but I understand to a reasonable extent when I see, in terms of grammatical expression, I'm not that dull. So that being said, if you can modify it, good. If you cannot modify it, I can't force you to do otherwise. It's not a lone wolf. He's alone because he lacks the support Nigerians, he needs from Nigerians. But to correct the last panelist, Madam Ifi, good evening. It's nice to see you. Well, I have nothing whatsoever against the person of Peter Obi. If you watch my utterance is the last dispensation, when I saw the trend, I was not behind the Omoyele Sowore. Wherever you want, you can replay the videos, whatever. When I saw the message of Sowore was not resonating with Nigerians, my best alternative was Obi, to whoever that cares to listen to me. I was like, no, if we can get it, if we can't get it through Sowore, we can get it through Obi, and Obi presidency will create an enabling environment for the likes of Sowore to emerge. There is one thing people are not getting. Sowore may not even be the president, but he can be the catalyst, that will speed up the process for the likes of Obi to emerge. This is one angle we are not seeing it from.
Why can't
let me learn, madam. When you were talking, you said I should not interrupt, so I was calm so that I will give you. Yes. Sorry, man. I'm not angry. Well, sometimes I talk like a stammerer. It makes me look as if I'm shouting. I'm not shouting. You see one thing. We need them all. We need the likes of Sowore. We need the likes of Obi. Somebody spoke before, before I came into the show, was liking Obi to Jonathan. Another person spoke in another forum to say Obi will be weaker than Jonathan. See, they all have their own reasons. From what I've seen so far, too, Obi is credible. Obi is, is capable. Obi has all the qualities of a leader. But in the Nigerian environment, the gentleman nature of Obi cannot give him. We are all aware of this fact. Look at all the revolutions of the world. Look at all the even the politics of the world, even in America. You know, nobody gives you political power a la carte. Nobody serves it to you like a Christmas gift. You have to fight for it. Nobody, a lot of people might not believe me on this ground, but when you get home today, reason if you already had been given the 6 million votes Obi had, I can swear by my father's grave that Sowore will not go to his house to sleep at 3 o'clock while Mahmoud and his court were manipulating results. Even if we already had even 3 million Nigerians behind him, Sowore and his full soldiers will not go home to sleep that night. And Mahmoud will not have the opportunity to do what he did, because what is happening outside and inside, you know, will be a filler for Mahmoud not to do otherwise. This I can bet. A lot of people can bet this much Sowore too. So these are the things I think. We need all of them together. In my last discussion with another sister forum, people were like, oh, Bishop resign. The Nigerian environment is not good for his kind of politics. This is not the time to resign. This is the time to show the kind of position, the formidable opposition you can give to the government in power. The number one function of any opposition in the world is to put the government in power on its toes, to avoid, you know, dictatorial tendencies and, you know, for the government, for certain people in power from being too powerful. So this is not the time to relax. This is not even the time to fear. When you ask the supporters, why is it going the way it's going? They tell you, if you say anything, because of where he's from, I understand the sentiment. Don't misquote me here. I understand the sentiment though, quote and unquote. If he says anything, they're going to jail him. If he says anything, they will kill him. If he says anything, my sister, we don't need a person that will fear his business, that will fear for his life, that will fear even death to challenge the Nigerian system. We need somebody that's ready to put his life on the line. And that will see, let me tell you, after the allocation of the last result, do you know the number of youth, do you know the number of people that died in the course of that election? So that shed their blood for that 6.5 million votes he got. Do you know the number of people that were willing to die to defend that 6.5 million he got? But Obi was nowhere. I understand his sentiment, I understand his fears. Don't get me wrong. I understand the monster he's dealing with. The Nigerian system, I'm referring to as monster, quote and unquote. I understand all this sentiment. But we cannot continue to do same thing over and over and expecting a different result. It's tantamount to insanity. It doesn't work anywhere in the world. In America, during the civil rights movement, we had those that wanted brute force for force. As they are killing us, we are killing them back. The lives of Malcolm X. We also have people that feel, no, darkness cannot drive away darkness. Only light can. The lives of Martin Luther King. We cannot be shooting at them when they are shooting at us. We need a different approach. But they were all working towards the same objective. Not the way we want to castigate Sowore. What have we gotten from those that had the experience? The experience of Buhari in the military. The experience of Buhari, Basajob, both in the military and in Agbada. The experience of this guy now, the sitting president, Emiloko, from this Nadeko and from his being Lagos state government and from the Senate. What have we gotten from these people? There is a need for a new order. Well, this experience doesn't have the experience. If there is anyone among them that is detribalized today among all of them, is Sowore himself. So I'm not a die-hard fan of Sowore, but when I say the truth, I have the courage to tell you, if Sowore is not going anywhere, it's because he's not getting our support. He's still doing his best as an individual. If you have like 10 Sowores, okay, let's say 36 Sowore, one Sowore in every state, by now, Nigeria will not be where it is. This is my humble submission, man. We need the last of Obi. We need the militant ass angle. Don't think these people will just. It's like people licking sugar. They will just abandon that sugar one day and allow another person like Obi to walk in there. Madam, it's not done anywhere, and it cannot happen, not even in Nigeria.
Ify, do you want to respond?
So this is, I think we are just running around back and forth. This is the thing. If whoever feels that they have the interest of the citizens, I'm not a fan of anybody, point of correction. Like I said, let me make it clear. I don't know Peter Obi. I've never seen Peter Obi. I did not even vote. So my vote doesn't make any, it doesn't make any, we are just here rubbing minds. If he really have the interest of Nigeria at heart, why can't he join merge and join the political party? One person must be the president. You mustn't be a president in order for you to fix, support in fixing Nigeria. Everybody has we all have a part to play. But if you're telling me that he's gonna be, Sowore is gonna be by himself, and think that he's gonna be a president of Nigeria, honestly, I don't see. Again, with all due respect, I don't have anything against him. I don't see that happening.
Can I answer that question? The last question you asked, can I just quickly respond to that?
Go ahead, the floor is yours. If the floor is yours. Have you finished talking?
No, he can go ahead.
Okay, Mr. Murray, go ahead.
Yeah, I understand your, I tried my possible best as a human being, my only two way. I really wish the likes of Sowore, all the progressive-minded people can come together against our common enemy. That would have been nice. But just the way you are thinking, like, I'm not Sowore, I don't live in his mind. He will not do his things the way I would do my things. There's a saying that on matters of principles, some people are solid as Olomoro. They just believe that any concession on matters of principle is tantamount to abandonment of the whole principles. They are so hard that you cannot bend them. I think Sowore belongs to that group. The likes of Sowore will always tell you, why would they want to work with Udobi? I'll give you a vivid example. So no matter how bad the people want to paint Sowore, do you know the approach he's taking is even better than some people? Do you also think that it would have been better for a person like Obi to form his own party than trying to go the easy way of joining Labour Party? If he had formed his own party with like-minded people, I know they cannot win alone, but they will have control of what they want, or where they started from, or where they hope to be. They would have been in charge, so to speak, instead of joining the lives of criminals like Abure. Look at what it has taken us to. Now, all the effort of Nigerians, though Obi did not win, I did not see it as a complete failure. The effort was not wasted at the beginning, because certain persons climb under the backs of Obi to get to the National Assembly. Madam, have you sat down one day to ask yourself, what meaningful opposition, what meaningful changes, what meaningful contributions, what meaningful, payback are we getting from those people that climb at the back of Obi to get to the National Assembly? They are sharing the same money with PDP and APC folks in the House. They are sharing the same SUV with just like PDP and APC that were supposed to come and oppose and change. This is my concern here. No, Obi tried his best. No human being. They thought when they said, or somebody said, it was a case of 2-3 people chatting in a room. I knew it was more than that. I knew it was real. I knew the support was organic. But what have we been able to get from that support, from the blood that we have shed in Lagos, in Rivers and Co? It's almost like in vain, because Obi wasn't in charge of the party. He didn't even know those that were contesting on that party. He could not scrutinize them and all that. But the institution were that we always relegate to the background. Had the foresight to say he analyzed all the parties. If he wanted to join the APC, he would have been given the opportunity to join. He had the same opportunity to join PDP. He had the same opportunity to join Labour. Labour was almost like a all-purpose vehicle for anybody that want to join. Since the likes of Mimiko and Co, they will use it and dump. So Labour Party was there for Sowore, but he had the foresight to say, no, why would I go and stay myself with these people that will not listen to me? They lack ideology, they lack everything. He went ahead to build his own party. One day he had a meeting with his some party supporters. As soon as he was coming back to America, he was still in the airport. They sponsored people to hijack his own party. He went back to Nigeria through courts and through the process, through various processes to fight for his party and got his party back. That is the person you wanted to. You wanted him to abandon his own house and drop it and be in Labour that has been in crisis. It doesn't work that way. These are the things. The supporters of Sowore and Co will tell you, why can't Obi support Sowore? So we will be at the same position. So Sowore does not see himself the way you see him, and Obi does not see A lot of his supporters do not see Sowore the way his supporters see him. This is the one. This is the problem in politics.
Summary.
Yeah.
The question is, someone in the comment section asks the same question I asked. Can Sowore unite our diversity and discord? Does he have that ability to
be
unite?
honest with you, I don't think there is anybody in Nigeria that can unite that country.
Thank you very much, madam.
I don't think there is anybody in that country that can unite Nigeria. And that's why I keep saying, if we cannot be united, let us be divided. I have always said that. We are too divided to be united together. We are so much divided.
Okay. If you want a second.
You said something read my mind. One, if there is one thing I fought, Peter Obi for, it's still being in Labour Party. I know he joined Labour Party. He didn't have time maybe to, start a political party. But I was waiting that, after this and with all the shenanigans going on in LP, that he can, leave the party and form his own party. I thought he was going to do that. Again, you mentioned about the people that, that were voted, the LP people. They are all the same thing. And that is the problem with Nigerian politics. We don't have judiciary. We don't have any competent or any reliable or anybody trustworthy, that can lead us in that country. Imagine winning in a different party. All of a sudden, you switch to APC and start singing their song. I mean, which country works like that? Except if it's not animal country like Nigeria. I'm sorry to say that, but that's what it is, honestly speaking. So I agree with you on that. And I've been saying that, but just because you don't come here all the time. I've always been a fan of nobody can unite Nigeria, whether we like it or not, whether there can be 20 people that can march together. The only reason why we are talking about merger is that we are not ready to go our separate ways. If we are ready to go our separate ways, then we will have a conversation. But as long as we stay together as this country called Nigeria, and you are not safe, and you are sleeping with one eye open, there is no way. I don't think anybody. Somebody said Tunde Idiabo, with the corruption in Nigeria now, cannot even unite this country. Everybody from the head up onto the toe is corrupt. No exception. So everybody stealing wherever they can. Anything they can lay their hands on, they will steal in the same country. No, there is no accountability. Look at the CJN that was sworn in. In a country where things work, he has to go through the screening process. She did not do that. Our president just ran back just to swear her in. Which country does that? It just doesn't make no sense.
Let me say this, Mr. Murray, in your argument, you reference the system as a monster system. Would that be correct?
Very, very correct. Multifarious and hydra-headed monster.
Okay, that means the people running the country.
Exactly, those in charge.
Why did you use that phrase, please?
Okay, they are worse than monsters because no human being.
Mr. Murray. You see, what I'm trying to point out is you corrected me, or you said I shouldn't address Sowore as a lone wolf. But you're addressing other human beings as monsters.
Yeah, can I answer you?
Go ahead.
Yeah, because they behave like they are worse than monsters in their behavior. No human being will. We thought we have had it all. We've seen it all under Buhari, right? We thought we could not go below that level of Buhari. But I told people that in less than 3 months, I will miss. I can send you the clips where I told that in different fora that we'll soon be missing Buhari if we allow Emilio Khan to come in. No human being, no human being in his or her right senses will come on the day of inauguration, first day, and cause confusion, hardship for his people. Subsidy is gone from where to where? How? What measures did you put in place? Apart from confusion and sounding to be bold and courageous. He didn't care. I mean, he didn't even know the implication of, either he didn't know the implication of what he was saying, or he didn't care. So, such a human being, now that you have seen the confusion, the hardship you have caused, the blood, the sorrow you have brought to your people, you're not even remorseful. You're not looking, you're not, I mean, it's normal for a human being to make mistake. But when you make one, have the courage, the courageous enough to say, oh, this is a mistake. Be willing to reverse your, wrong decisions and make them and move forward. He's making more, dangerous policies that will endanger the lives of Nigerians without showing any remorse. So this is why I see them as monsters. They don't care about the citizenry. They don't care about the people. Now they're already talking about 2027. Where the money that they have stolen, they have not been able to manage it. Only a monster, only something more than a monster can behave that way. I have no apologies, sir.
No, I'm not asking for apology. I'm just saying you're calling me out for using a lone wolf for Sowore, and you are using a monster for people. Anyway, we're not going to overflow.
I'm not referring to any individual. I'm referring to the system. The monster, the system that consumes its own people. It's a system that drives away the best from the land, that consumes its best. Only a witch and wizard can consume his or her own children.
It's human being that run the system. The system is not a imagination, a figment of our imagination. It's human being that runs the system that make up the system. Anyway, thank you for joining.
Yeah, you asked another question I was trying to respond to. You asked if there's anybody that can unite Nigeria. I was trying to respond before Madam Ifi with the.
Just give us a name. Just give me a name. Who is the person?
Yeah, not a single individual has the capacity to unite us. We, the people, are even divided among ourselves. We never agreed on any particular thing. Each time we gather to discuss, it's either on the basis of religion, sentiment, ethnicity, or otherwise. So we are not helping ourselves. Look at the trending utterances in the social media space.
Sorry, I'm going to stop you there, please. You were not here when we started. I made a rule. I made this thing that we're focusing on the topic, and nobody has gone outside that topic except for a few seconds or few moments right now, because the purpose of this podcast is about unity, finding somebody that will unite us. So we want to go. I have gone past that bigotry or tribalism, and nobody so far on this platform have made reference to that. So I don't think we will not go that way. If you're correct, if nobody, not one single person is, I have to meet you here. We all have to put hands on the deck. This is just part one of this podcast. We'll do part two again, and so I will have to bring the broadcast to an end. And thank you all for joining. Have a lovely night. Thank you.